out here once again for this thing we call Bass for Cash, where I catch the bass, you guys guess the weight, and you may get a little cash to go in your pocket for the day. All right, so we're gonna be out here for 2 hours, guys. We're gonna be out here for 2 hours. We're gonna see what we can do, see if we can run up on a fish or two, see if anybody can walk away with some money for today, and just have a little fun with it. See what you guys want to talk about today. I know there's been some interesting things going on in the bass fishing community that some of you guys may want to talk about. We have Nobody Realty. Is that nobody real? Oh, nobody really in here says, I'm the first one in. Shout out to John C. I see already out angling. Are you already out angling? Are you already out there catching fish? So we're going to get out here, make a few casts, see if we can catch a few bass and have some fun with it. As you guys come into the chat, you know the routine. Make sure that you hit that like button. It really does help out the channel, guys. It really keeps things moving. All right, so this was the first cast. We're gonna see what kind of action we have going on out here. We have Hippie checking in. He says, let's get it. Let's get it. Oh yeah, we're back in action. I'm back out here doing it again. Yesterday, guys, I was tired. I was tired. I was supposed to be out here yesterday, but I couldn't do it. I was tired. I had some things I wanted to take care of and all that good stuff. So it just wasn't happening. All right, I see some activity over that way. This could possibly be a top water day, guys. You just never know. You never know. Let's see, are we gonna get one early in the morning? All right, I see some top water activity going on already. So just the lay of the land, take a look around, guys. It is an overcast day. And you know that's what your partner MoneyBass likes whenever I come out here. It kind of helps me out with that top water activity. I know I mentioned to you guys that I was gonna do a little something different. Probably go in and fish for the shallow bite. We may still do that, but with the way the skies look, I have to get out here and do what's right and test out this top water bite. See if I can get these fish to come out and come up. All right, this line right here, I was using this the other day. At the end of the day, I got broke off. So let's just go ahead and set that back here with these other rods and just kind of focus on the ones that we're going to be using for right now. So we're going to start off with some of these top water baits. Like I said, as you guys come into the chat, make sure you hit the like button. Like I said, it will push this out so we can continue to grow. We are over 13,000 strong. Oh yeah, we're moving. We're shaking. We're making some things happen out here, guys. All right, let's see. Looks like there's a few little customers out that way. Let's see if they want to come out and play. I'm also seeing a lot of bait fish, which is always a good sign whenever you're going after that top water bite. John C. says, ever do any moonlight bass fishing? No, sir, I haven't tried that. I know some people like to go out and do a little fishing at night, but I have not done that. All right, have my bait tangled up on that one. Bad cast, bad cast. Let's get back out there, though. Let's make it work. Oh, yeah, so those black are top water. So I do throw those on tournament days, first thing in the morning. I will throw I like throwing this thing called a Buzz Jet, all black. There was a tournament I was fishing Lake West Point a few months back, and I had a nice fish come up and hit it, and the thing came off before I got it to the boat, guys. It happens. Hippie says, what's the pattern for today? Well, if you take a look, you see we have overcast today. Oh, yeah, it's looking lovely. It's not too hot, not too cool. The weather is just right. So we're going to see if we can get some top water action today. So we're going to be out here for about 2 hours. 2 hours, guys, and see what we can make happen. Happy Halloween to everybody. Let's see if anybody can get some Halloween cash. So we're just waiting for the sponsor of the stream to hop in the chat and let us know what the payout is going to be today. All right, let's see. Shout out to Clint Perry. We have Tim checking in. He says, where you fishing today, Money? I'm out here, you know, I'm just a local neighborhood angler out here on Lake Lanier, trying to see if we can get a few spotted bass to the boat. Bryson says, do you go catfishing? Not on purpose. Not on purpose. I've caught some catfish, but generally when I catch a catfish, it is not on purpose. We have Justin White checking in. Okay, I see some schooling bass. We have a little bit of schooling going on. So yeah, this may be a top water day for us, guys. Shout out to Justin White, new member of the Money Team, checking in. Really appreciate you for tuning in today. We're going to see if we can get a fish to the boat, see if somebody can win some money, see if somebody can win some loot, win some bass for cash. You know, sometimes people come through the chat that aren't familiar with the channel, and they're like, man, you know, this is a scam. They don't really pay out cash just because they guess the weight of a bass. But it is true. It's true. And I think we do have a few winners that are already in the chat, people who have won before. Sitting in about 14 feet of water, guys. We're directly over some fish right now. So I'm just checking to see if I can get these fish to bite. A lot of times when you're directly over these fish on this lake, they're kind of finicky, so they will not bite. But we'll see. We're going to see today. Big Ivy says, let me see, wish I could be on the water every day, you know? Oh, yeah, that would be a nice thing. Would be a nice thing if that's all you had to do was just fish every day, huh? City Man says, good luck out there. Really appreciate it. What's going on? We have Texas Nuke checking in. Why not? Back once in the chat says, you using the lure with the lead weight? Interesting. Yes, I sure am. All right, we have 2 fishes in the chat says, wish I could be fishing, man. Good luck. Oh, yeah, we're going to see if I can get out here and catch a fish today. Catch a fish or two so you guys can, you know, do this thing we call bass for cash, where I catch the bass, you guess the weight, and you win the cash. Just that quick and simple. So I get out here and have a little fun. We have Thomas Family Life checking in, says, have you caught anything yet? No, sir, I have not. We are just getting started. I think we've been rolling for about 10 minutes or so. So I've probably been fishing for about, 5 minutes or something like that, guys. So we're going to see. We're going to see if we can get out here and make some things happen. In order for the fish to qualify for bass for cash, remember, they have to be 14 inches or better. I tried to slide in a short fish, I think it was a week or 2 ago. And, you know, Steve Wimpy, who is the bass for cash police, he checked in and he said, nah, partner Money Bass, you know, you can't be sliding in these little dinks and thinking that's going to get a paycheck. You have to catch a keeper. So I had to get back on the grind to catch a keeper, guys. All right, like I said, today we're fishing overcast. So there's a little blue creeping in. For the most part, we are going to have an overcast day. And for me, what that means is top water all day. Something I like. I have fun doing that because I like seeing those fish come up and blow up on top. And you guys can also see it too. So if you go back and look at some of the footage and stuff like that that I put out for you guys, you will see a lot of top water blow-ups because that looks good during these live streams. It's a lot of fun for you guys to see the reaction of people when they haven't seen that before. We have Beards and Bass says, I struggled on Tuesday myself. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's kind of rough out here sometimes. You just never know. You never know, so you got to get out there and test it out and enjoy the process. Uh-oh, we have Wicked Weasel. Wicked Weasel stepping in, hit me with the $1.99 super chat. All right, looks like I'm going to have to catch a fish for Wicked Weasel. What does Wicked Weasel say? Call my boss and tell him you need me to come and help. All right, shoot me the number. Shoot me the number. I mean, they should know better anyways. They should know that you need to be out fishing. What is today, guys? Today is a nice day for fishing. That's what today is. So, yeah, you shouldn't be at work. They should definitely understand that, right? Beards and Bass says, what is the pressure today? Well, for me, you know, I don't really feel too pressured. You know, I'm taking it nice and easy. It's a light, it's a light day. No, I'm just joking. I have not checked anything like that. I know I'm going fishing, so I got to get out here and figure out what'll work regardless. But the water temp is around 66 degrees, so it's still kind of going down a little bit. You know, just a week or two ago, the water temps was right around the 70s. So things have changed. Oh, yeah, everybody shout out Wicked Weasel. And what I say each time we are out here doing these live streams, whoever gives the largest super chat or super sticker during the live stream is the sponsor for that live stream. So everybody put out WW in the chat. Put WW in the chat. Wicked Weasel is the current sponsor with that $1.99 super chat. Really, really appreciate that, sir. Hippie says, oh, yeah, it's still warm. Yeah, it's a nice overcast day. Not too warm, not too cool. Chris says, hit him with the Alabama rig. Go ahead and hit him in the mouthpiece with the Alabama rig. This lake has some very clear water. I mean, there are places on this lake where you could probably get that to work, but for the most part, those fish will laugh at an Alabama rig out here. At least for me. I can hear them laughing. All right, Beards and Bass says, we were 73 water temp, but rising pressure, so they went deep. All right, I see you guys dropping Wicked Weasel, shouting out Wicked Weasel in the chat. Good deal, good deal. Oh, yeah, Wicked Weasel said, I'll sponsor this program with the $1.99 super chat. And if anybody is interested in becoming a member of the channel, let me just tell you about that real quick. So what we're doing is this thing called Bass for Cash. Once I catch a fish, it has to be 14 inches or better. I am going to put that fish on the measuring board, let you guys take a look at it, see how big that fish is, let you see the length, the width, the girth. You guys know we talk about girthification on this channel. And then from there, you guess the weight of that fish, and whoever guesses the exact weight will win a nice, I believe today's payout is either $30 or $35. So you will get one guess per fish. Once we announce scales open in the chat, you will put your guess in there, one guess per person. If you put more than one guess, your weight will be disqualified. Your guess will be disqualified. But this is the catch. If you are a member of the Money Team, which is a member of the channel, membership does have its privileges, guys. The members of the Money Team will get 2 guesses. So those are the people in the chat that you see that have the badge next to their name, like Clint Perry. He is a new member of the Money Team. Clint Perry was like, oh, yeah, I think I can win some loot. Let me go ahead and become a member, see what MoneyBass is going on those live members-only chats and with this Bass for Cash thing. So, yeah, if you see a badge next to somebody's name, that means they are a member of the Money Team. Those people with the badge next to their name, the members, they will be allowed to have 2 guesses. So the Money Team members get 2 guesses, guys. Membership does have its privileges. And it's just that quick and simple. It's just that quick and easy. So if we catch a fish that is under 14 inches, I'll still let you guys, do the get. I'll hold it up, go through the process and everything, just so you guys can, that haven't done it before, can see the process, see the procedures, and get a few practice runs in. All right, so let's see. Tomato sandwich says, you ever tried fishing with corn? I used to do that when I fished for trout I think we used to use corn for trout, or was that catfish? I think it was for trout, right? All right, Justin White says, hit the like button. Oh yeah, guys, we got to make sure we keep the likes up. The likes should always be at a minimum 50%. So we are at 64 people sitting in here right now, waiting for me to catch one of these bass to see if you guys can win some cash. But you know that cash does not go out if the likes are not correct. You always have to make sure those likes are correct. So big shout out to Justin White. Really appreciate that. So yeah, we should be over 30 likes right now, guys. What's going on? What's up with that? If you have already hit the like button, type the word like in the chat. I just want to see who I can start giving credit to. You know, I like to give shout outs and acknowledge people that are supporting the channel. All right, we're out there in action now, guys. We're going to see if these fish want to come up and hit some top water. All right. Did you see him? Did you see him? Did you see it, guys? You hit the like button for me, and the bendation is on. As soon as you hit the like button, who was the last person to hit that like button for me? They were like, oh yeah, I think something's gonna happen. Is he gonna be a keeper? He has one little hook in his mouth, guys. One little hook. I don't know if we're gonna get this one to the boat, guys. Oh my goodness, and I've reeled him all the way up to the reel. Oh no. All right, there you go. He pulled a little drag. We gotta get him. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, guys. We gotta get him. We gotta get to the boat. Oh, we got him. We got him. Oh my goodness. Do you see it? Do you see what just happened? Just like that. We're out here doing this thing we called bass for cash. You're out here fishing with your local angler, MoneyBass. Doing this thing we call bass for cash, where I catch the bass, you get the weight, and you win the cash. Just that quick and simple. Did you see how it happened? So we're out here doing top water, guys. We might do a top water all day version today. So yeah, this might be top water all day. Now, who saw the blow up? Put I saw it. If you saw the fish blow up on that bait, put I saw it. Put I seen it with my own eyes. With both of my eyes. Who saw this fish come up and hit that top water bait? All right, Justin White says, oh yeah, I saw it. It looked good. All right, so basically all we do now, guys, for anybody that is not familiar with bass for cash, one of the first things you have to do is get the likes up. The likes are looking kind of ugly. We're only at 22 likes, and we're gonna be at over 100 people sometime soon. So we need everybody to get in here and participate. Make sure you hit that like button. All right, so there we go. So I'll show you guys the fish. Check out the stomach on there. Now, this is a keeper. Let's go ahead and put him on the measuring board. It's Steve Wimpy in the chat. It's Steve Wimpy in the chat. He is the sponsor of the Bass for Cash. So there we go. Can you guys see that tail? It is hitting at about 15 inches. Hitting it just at 15 inches. So it is a keeper fish. This is a 15-inch board, and it's a little over 15-inch board. There you go. And let's check the girth. This fish doesn't have much girthification going on, but it has a little bit. So if I started at that 10, it's a little over, what is that, 4? A little over 4 inches of girth on this fish. You guys saw it sitting at about 15 inches. So all you do next is get these likes up. Now, the likes are ugly. I'll tell you guys right now, we're at about 100 people. We only have 24 likes. As soon as we get these likes up, then what we are going to do is open the scales. Once we open the scales, you guys will be able to guess the weight, and whoever guesses the weight of this fish is going to win. I'm not sure what the pot amount is today, guys. Is it $30, $35? Shout out to Steve Wimpy. SWAT Lawn Operations is who is sponsoring Bass for Cash. So just waiting for Steve Wimpy to let us know in the chat. Steve Wimpy, are you watching? What is going to be the payout today for Bass for Cash? All right, we're only at 27 likes, guys. These guys don't want this cash. They don't want to win it. We need to get the likes up. If you don't like it, Steve Wimpy's going to say, hey, I don't think anybody really wants to win this cash. Steve Wimpy will start kind of playing around and messing with you guys. All right, shout out to Steve Wimpy. All right, did you see the catch, Wimpy? They said they saw the top water blow up. And it was a good one. It was an official Bass for Cash fish. Those fish were out there and they were like, hey, I think I like what I see. Let me take a bite of that. All right, Steve Wimpy says Bass for Cash today is a small $40. Uh-oh. $40 isn't too small. There's some people out there that need that for their rent money. Isn't rent due? Rent is due tomorrow. Uh-oh, somebody might be getting a little rental assistance with $40 to the bank. All right, the burning season says this is a better payout than the elites in 2025. Oh, my goodness. Burning season. Oh. Does anybody know about the payout situation that's going on? And that's situation. Yes, that's how I pronounced it. That is going on with Bassmasters right now. If you do, put payout in the chat. I just want to see who's familiar with it. Maybe we can talk about it a little bit. I know you guys like talking about different topics, so maybe we can talk about that in just a second. But put payout in the screen if you are familiar with the situation that's going on with the payout change and the entry fee for the Bassmaster 2025 Elite Season. Oh my goodness, guys, these fish are schooling out here now. We'll probably get another one real quick. You guys are still looking ugly on the likes. Now, I'm confused, guys. We're only at 30 likes. Now, you know I always want to make sure that my likes are up before we give away this money. All you have to do is guess the weight of this fish. Let me just show you guys again real quick. All you have to do is guess the weight of that fish. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Guess the weight of this fish right here. I'm going to show it to you again. I'm going to put it on the measuring board and all that good stuff. And then we're going to make it official, like a referee's whistle, with that Bubba scale right there. And if you guess the exact weight, you will win an exact $40 right now. Just that quick and simple. That's all you have to do. Subscribe, hit the like button, and guess the weight of that fish, and you will get $40 sent to you. Steve Wimpy says $40 is small compared to the $150 last week. That is correct. Last week, who was it? Joshua Wilhelm, I believe, won $150. The pot was growing because nobody could guess the weight until Joshua stepped on the scene and was like, hey, I think I'll take that money from everybody that's been out here trying for all these days and not hitting the like button like they're supposed to. All right, guys, look, we are at 30 likes. What we are going to do, we're going to hold off until we get to, since you guys are being stingy with the likes, I'm going to be stingy with the payout today. How about that? What do you guys think about that? All right, we're going to do 55 likes. So we need 25 more people to hit that like button. Once we get to 55 likes, and if it takes too long, I might have to boost it up to 60. I'm pretty sure we're going to get another fish to the boat, guys. We're going to be out here for another, 2 hours is how long we're going to be out here today. So you guys got to make sure you make it happen. Hippie's laughing. He was like, oh, yeah, since you're going to be stingy with the likes, I'm going to be stingy with the payout. What do you think about that? All right. Clint Perry says Randy was talking about it. Oh, yeah. So you guys know a little about the payout for the Bassmasters that's coming up for the 2025 season. All right. We have Q checking in. QB Leo says, I subbed. You're welcome. Oh, thank you. Really, really appreciate that, sir. Coming in and making it happen. All right, I see a few of you putting payout in there so you know about it. So, yeah, we'll talk about that in just a second. Jorge Pampa says, what size is the feather hook for the skimmer? Goodness, what size is this? I think it's a size 2. Size 2 hook that I put on there. Hope that helps you catch a fish or two. But, yeah, so, I like the feather hook on there. I mean, it could help out a little bit. But, I mean, it does help for me. It makes me feel good. It makes me look at the bait and like, oh, yeah, I did a little something to that. Maybe it'll draw a little extra attention. All right, we are only at 32 likes. Justin White says, hold them to it. Oh, yeah, what did I say, 55 likes? If the likes don't come up, then we may have to push that up to 60. All right, Justin White says, throw that jerkbait again and get another eyeball on Halloween. Oh, man, Justin White, he knows what's going on out here with some eyeball fish. Oh, yeah, that would have been that would have fit perfectly for Halloween. All right, let's see, guys. We're sitting right on top of some fish. You know, I always keep my top water right there by my feet. It's like my 6-gun, like my 6-shooter. You guys know I like Westerns, so I always got to keep it right by my feet like a 6-shooter. But we're going to drop straight down right now. We're going to hit them in the head with a drop shot. Now, I see these likes are not moving up, so I think nobody wants to win this cash today. We don't ask for much. We don't ask for much. Justin White says the eyes shooter. Oh, man. All right, let's take a look at something real quick. Chris Finn said, what happened with the payouts? Oh, yeah, we'll talk about that in just a second. But right now, I'm just wondering what's going on. The likes are just not happening. We need 55 likes, guys. We have a fishing live well for those of you who do not know. The way that we play this Bass for Cash game, I catch the bass, I show you the fish. All you have to do is hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, then put your guess in the chat once scales are open. You guess the exact weight of the fish, you'll win a cool $40 today. Steve Wimpy said it's low. That's because we gave away $150 left to last week's winner. So right now we're sitting at about $40. Ernest says if you fish, let me see, if you finish last at an elite event, they only win $400 to $500. You might as well come home and fish my local Evolution Bass Club tournament on Lake of the Ozarks and win more money. Uh-oh. Ernest doesn't seem like he likes the payout. He doesn't like the payout. So what do you guys think about? All right, so this is the situation that's going on. And don't forget, oh my goodness, wait a minute. We have Justin White. Hit the channel with the $2 super chat. I think he beat out, who was it that hit the channel with the $1.99? Let me see if I can find it real quick. Who hit the channel? Wicked Weasel. He beat Wicked Weasel out by 1 penny. He was like, let me add a penny onto that. Shout out to Justin White. He is the current sponsor of today's live stream. Now listen, Justin, what can you do to convince the people watching to hit that like button? And let me just explain to everybody. I know there's a lot of people who do not understand what Bass for Cash is, and they probably do not think it is real. But what Bass for Cash is your partner Money Bass. I come out here, once I catch a bass, like I just did, so I have to do my part by catching a bass first. And let me just show you guys, there's the bass down there. It's just waiting. It's waiting. Let me put some water on him real quick. Let me go ahead and put some water in there. Turn the live well on. Give him a little bit of recirculation. Let's close it up because since you guys are being stingy with the likes, fish might be in here for a few minutes. All right, so once we hit 55 likes is where we are going to weigh this fish. So there we go, fish down there, just relaxing. So we're going to weigh that fish. I already put it on the measuring board. You guys saw that it was a little over, right at 15 inches, I believe. All right, Justin White says, there's a payout for you, Bubba. So who doesn't know what Bass for Cash is in the chat? We have Nick checking back in. Royal Beast says he dead. Nah, Royal Beast, it's not dead. It just had the fight of its life. I mean, it was fighting for its life. You see, it's in there. Let me just show you real quick. You see it? It's not dead. It's just trying to get its energy back up. It just had to fight for its life. The fish is like, oh my goodness, is he gonna eat me? No, I'm not gonna eat you. I'm just gonna use you for some Bass for Cash fun real quick. And then we're gonna put it right back in the lake. So we do catch and release, guys. All right, Justin says, y'all, it's real. I've seen it happen 3 to 4 times. Hit the like button. I need candy money for my kids. All right, Jay Fish says, me, what is Cash for Bass? I don't know what that is. Oh yeah, it's called catching bass for cash. All it is it's very simple. I come out here, I do some fishing. You guys join along. We have some interesting conversations. As I catch the fish, as long as they are 15 inches or longer, I will hold those fish up, put it on the measuring board, all of that good stuff so you guys can get an idea of the size of the fish. You guess the weight, you win the cash. Just that simple. You guess the exact weight of the fish. I'll put it on the official Bubba scale We make it official, like a referee's whistle. There it goes right there. We put that fish on the scale. If you guess the exact weight, you will win $40 sent straight to your bank account. Put straight into your hip pocket. All right, so the way that works is you will get one guess. Once we hit 55 likes, I mean, I see we're inching up a little bit. Once we hit 55 likes, then we are going to put that fish on the scale. We're gonna announce scales open. That's when everybody starts putting their guesses in. Now, everybody, you only get one guess. You get one guess. If you put more than one guess in the chat, it will be disqualified. If you see Steve Wimpy in there with that badge next to his name, he is the sponsor. SWAT Lawn Operations, guys. Everybody put SWAT in the chat, please. If you could, shout out SWAT in the chat. So they are sponsoring Bass for Cash, where we give out cash, and all you have to do is guess the weight of the bass. Put one guess in the chat. Now, if you are a member of the Money Team, those are the members that you see, the members of the channel. They have a badge next to the name. They will get 2 guesses, so they have twice the chance to win, guys. Twice the amount of chances to win. All right, we're at 44 likes. We need to get to 55. And while we're doing that, I'm going to be out here seeing if I can get another bass to the boat. I'm going to keep fishing and have some fun, guys. All right, I see a few little fishes out there. We're going to see if we can get one. All right, we're at 45 likes. We need 10 more likes. And then we're going to see if somebody can guess the weight of this fish and win some cash for guessing the weight of that bass. Just that quick and simple. It is as simple as it sounds, guys. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you have hit the like button. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, he missed it. He missed it again, guys. Did you see it? Put missed it in the chat if you guys saw those fish miss it. We had 2 fish back to back miss that bait. Put missed it in the chat if you guys saw that happen. That's why I like throwing the topwater bait, so you guys can actually see the action as it's happening too. All right, Justin says missed it twice. Steve Wimpy says missed it. Melanie says missed it. All right, so you guys are seeing the action. So now maybe some of you will understand why your partner MoneyBass likes throwing these topwater baits. It's fun. It's fun. Rich says, I missed it too. Well, he saw it get missed. Frederick says, so my guess is 0 pounds. We have Michael says he saw it, missed it. All right. Clint Perry says that fish must be blind. Oh, come on, Clint. Don't do it to me. Don't do it, Clint. And for those who do not know, earlier this week, was it this week, guys? Earlier this week, when I was out here fishing for you guys, doing this Bass for Cash thing, I was throwing a jerk bait. And what happened with that jerk bait is I hooked a fish and I reeled in the fish's eyeball, guys. It was gruesome. It was gross. It kind of threw my day off. I'm pretty sure it threw the fish's day off too. But yeah, it kind of threw my day off, guys. We're at 46 likes. We're going to go ahead and pack up and run to another spot while you guys contemplate whether you want to guess this cash. Guess the weight of this bass for some cash. And again, if anybody's interested in becoming a member of the channel, just make sure you click that join button on the screen. We do it's a few special perks that come along with that. We do members only live streams. We also do the Bass for Cash, where the members of the channel get 2 guesses per fish, while everybody else just gets 1. All right, let's see. And real quick, just so you guys know, we do have a fish in the live well. So we're just waiting for these likes to get up. Let me just show you. There's that fish in the live well. It's down there just relaxing. It's like, oh, MoneyBass is taking a look at me. Let me start swimming again. All right, so there we go, guys. So there is a bass in the live well. Once we get 55 likes, I can't believe you guys are giving me a hard time with the likes today. All right, so let's see. Let me hop into the chat real quick. A lot of you guys saw that topwater bait. Clint Perry said that fish must be blind. Justin White says, yeah, you hooked it in his eyepiece. Oh, yeah, I was trying to get it hit it in the mouthpiece, but I hit it in the eyepiece. Fred says, so let me see if I got that right. You have to have a fish swimming around now with one eye. Fred, oh man, Fred, yes, I still feel bad about this, man. I know the fish feels worse, but I feel bad about it too, while the guys in the chat are making a lot of jokes about it. Jonathan says, that's a nice boat. Really appreciate that. I'll give you guys a quick boat tour in just a second. All right, Justin says, yep. Oh, One-Eye Willie. One-Eyed Willie is out there, yeah. All right, looking back in the chat, I see we have / line / Not really sure what it means, but it says since. What's going on? Appreciate you for tuning in, checking out the live stream. Rich says, fish, keep your eye on the bait. Oh man, Rich is gonna set it off again with the eye jokes, huh? You guys aren't gonna let me live that one down. Yeah, it was pretty rough. It was pretty rough. And Justin says, oh, he did. All right, so we're still sitting at 46 likes. So let's talk about likes for a second, guys. In the chat, what do you guys think is the, what is preventing people from hitting the like button? I remember at one time somebody asked me, how much does it cost to like the video? And guess what? Likes are free. All you do is double tap your screen. You double tap your screen, it adds a like to the channel. And once we get 55 of those likes, then we're going to weigh this fish. And once we weigh that fish, whoever gets the exact weight is going to win $40 today, guys. They're going to win $40. All right. Jay Fish says, how about me and you have a fish off? $500 each, 5 fish limit so I can take your bass for cash money. Oh, my goodness. I'm getting challenged to a showdown. You're going to meet me at high noon? I keep my 6 shooters with me. This is one of them right here. I have that nice, let's see what I'm throwing this on. You guys like knowing about the setup sometimes. So this is a 7-foot spinning reel with a Lew's Mach 2 spinning rod with a Lew's Mach 2 spinning reel on it. I have 10-pound high-vis yellow braid on there going to 10-pound fluorocarbon. All right, so the water has a little bit of chop on it. You guys see that? The water has a little bit of chop on it. Oh yeah, that was a good long cast. So the current's kind of blowing me in a direction that I don't want to go. So let's get repositioned. We are at 52 likes. But I'm just wondering, let me know, guys, why do you think the likes are moving so slow today? I mean, we're out here catching fish. We're out here enjoying this beautiful day. Look at that nice scenery. We have a nice overcast day. These are the kind of days where we get out here and we make some things happen. So we already have 1 fish to the boat. Generally, I catch them one at a time. Then we do the bass for cash game. Mr. Boston says, I was your 50th like. All right, shout out to Mr. Boston. If you have already hit the like button, type the word like in the chat. I want to see who is participating, who is helping out the channel. Texas Snoop says, I see your past riding co-angler is back with you in the mount. Oh, yeah, that is true. That is true, guys. Shout out to DL Peck Fishing. You see it right there. He sent me that knob, guys. All right, I see you guys hitting that like button. Really, really appreciate that. All right, let's see. 2 more likes to double tap your screen, guys. Justin White says, people's thumbs are broke. So we have some broke thumbs in the chat. Marcelo says, 1 more like from Brazil. Shout out to Brazil. Brazil in the chat. All right. Good deal, good deal. Good deal, Brazil. All right, Kyle says, man, it's spooky how dead them likes are. Oh, yeah, I don't know what's going on with these likes today. All right, really appreciate that, James McCormick. Hit that like button for me. Show us that fish again. Nick says, I want to see that fish. Nick is ready for some cash for bass. Some bass for cash is what we're doing today. Rich says 55. Woohoo. All right, Jonathan says we hit the 55. Michael says, this is my first time on your channel. I like this, man. Appreciate the entertainment. This is cool. What's going on, Michael? Really appreciate you for tuning in. All right, so let's see. All right, I'm still showing 54 likes on my screen, guys. Does anybody see 55 or is it 54? We need one more for good measure just to make sure. And you guys know what I always do. I always have to do my customary last cast. Oh, my goodness, guys. Oh, my goodness. Do you see it? Look at all those big fish down there. There's some big uns. Those are some big uns. We're going to get down there and see if we can catch one. All right. Chris Spin says, I see 53. All right. I see 54. That's right. Justin says, I see 55. Kyle says, customary last cast. That is right. Steve Wimpy says, Mr. Boston, you the man. I see 55. Okay, you guys are saying, you say, okay, I see 55 now. So we're going to do this customary last cast, but I'm going to drop a drop shot straight down here on these fish, guys. And then we're about, so now it's official. We hit the 55. We hit the 55 mark. But you guys took too long. You hurt my feelings. My feelings are hurt, guys. Why did you do it to me? My feelings are hurt. I gotta wait till my feelings feel a little, till my feelings are feeling a little bit better. All right, so let's do this, guys. I'm gonna put some stank on it. For anybody who does not know what that stank on it is, I go in here into my bag of tricks. So this is my compartment where I keep my lures and different things like that. So in there is my bag of tricks. I have scent that I put on these baits. So right now they're feeding on bait fish, and that's what this kind of imitates. It wiggles around down there on the bottom for those who do not know. So I'm gonna put some scent on there. So this is called Bass Feast. And this one is called herring. I have another one that's called crawfish, but we're not going to use that because we're putting this on something that's imitating a bait fish. So do you guys want Bass Feast or herring? Bass Feast or herring? Put that in the chat. Put Bass Feast or put herring. Which scent do you guys want me to put on there? And then we're going to drop it down on those fish that I just saw on the screen. All right, shout out to the Money Team. Money Team dropped it in there first. So you know membership has its privileges. All right, everybody is saying feast. Brian said, oh, I want that herring. DL Peck, what does he say? He says, it sure was a long day without you being on live yesterday. I was tired. I was tired. I was like, oh, man, I would like to get out there and do some bass for cash today, but, man, I've been rolling. You know, I think I did two. Yeah, I did 2 live streams on Tuesday. If somebody saw both of the live streams on Tuesday, put Tuesday in the chat. Your partner MoneyBass was doing some live streaming. So you guys got to see this thing called Meet the Anglers. Make sure, we have a good amount of people in the chat. Make sure you guys mark your calendars for November 9th and November 10th. We are going to be live and in action. Now let me put this back up. We're going to be live and in action on Lake Logan Martin. So there will be 8 anglers competing against each other. And we will be on Lake Logan Martin. So we put some Bass Feast on there. We're going to see if these fish want to feast on it. So I'm just dropping this straight down, guys. Let me go on my... I'm going to do a split screen on sonar and live imaging. So that way, generally whenever I drop shot, I just use my sonar. All right, so let's see what else you guys are talking about. Everybody was saying Bass Feast. All right, shout out to Loco. Says, caught anything yet? Sure did. We have 1 fish in the boat, and we're about to do this thing called Bass for Cash, where I will weigh that fish. Well, I will show you guys the fish again. I'll let you see the length, the width, all of that good stuff of that fish, the girth, all of that good stuff. And then you guess the weight. Now, Loco, if you guess the weight of that fish, you will win a smooth $40. And it's almost time. We're at 57 likes. We have 101 people in the chat. So the likes are looking decent. They're looking pretty good. But I'm sitting on top of some fish right now, guys. So I had to, I had to take a pause for the cause to see if I could get these fish to bite. Because if we get another fish to the boat, then we'll be doing the Bass for Cash game twice in a row. All right, so I see a lot of you dropping Tuesday in the chat. So you guys got to meet the anglers. Once again, make sure you you mark your calendars for November 9th and November 10th. There will be a live tournament where you will see all 8 anglers on the screen at once. You will be able to see us. We will be able to talk to each other. You guys will be getting active in the chat, so we'll be able to communicate with you also. You can pick your favorite angler, and if you choose the winning angler and the closest weight to the winning weight, you will get a cash prize for that too. All right, so Archive says, what technique right now? This is called a drop shot. So what I'm doing is I'm looking on the screen. So this right here is a sonar screen. These little squiggly lines, those are fish. This right here is some type of trees or something under the water. And you see that right there? See, that's a fish that's down there swimming around. So all I'm doing is just dropping this bait that's imitating a bait fish down there. And you can kind of see it right here. If you guys can see that little blip. And there's a fish coming up to it. So that fish right there is swimming up to it. So I'm going to drop it back down. Open this bail, let it fall back down. And see if that fish, there it goes. See, that fish is following it down now. So this is called a drop shot. All right, shout out to our Archive for Friends. Marcelo says, is that salt water? No, sir, it is not. We are out here on a freshwater lake. I'm down here in Georgia, Lake Lanier, Georgia. As a matter of fact, in the chat, where are you guys from? Let me know where you are from. Put your city, state, country. Let's see where everybody is from in the chat. Vincent says, I just came on. What type of bait are you using? I am currently fishing a drop shot. I'm using artificial bait. I'm out here doing some bass fishing. We're doing this thing we call Bass for Cash, where all you have to do is guess the weight of the fish, and you can win a cool $40 today. All right, guys, let me drop it one more time, and then we're going to go ahead and weigh the fish. I see you guys got me up to 59 likes. I appreciate that. I appreciate the love. We have Guam checking in. I believe you're the first person from Guam that is checked in. We have people coming in from all over the world. We're worldwide, guys. We are worldwide. We have James Michael from Guam. Really appreciate you for tuning in. The burning season says, how does Bass think those payouts are good? I'd rather pay the $45K. Mr. Boston says, I got a sailboat if you into ocean fishing. Okay. Yeah, I've done ocean fishing a little bit on some of those party boats is what they call them. Yeah, I don't know if they want to call them party boats anymore because, you know, the baby oil situation has people rethinking what the word party means, right? All right, Josh Butler says, what's the most sensitive rod I can buy for $50? Can anybody help him out? $50 sensitive rod. I think you need to take a trip to Walmart and test those out. All right, Mr. Boston, let's see. Next summer, the burning season says rookies should get free entries to help them get established. All right. Yeah, we're going to get into that conversation. All right, so let's see. Where are people from? Archive says, why not use a hover stroll? I don't have that set up yet. I actually have the rod, but I need to go and buy a reel and get the 6-pound line set up and all that good stuff. All right, so there we go, guys. All right, so now it is officially time. It is time for Bass for Cash. I need people to drop SWAT in the chat. Bass for Cash is brought to you guys by SWAT Lawn Operations, all right? SWAT Lawn Operations. If you are in the metro Atlanta area and you are in the need of residential or commercial lawn or exterior services, make sure you contact SWAT Lawn Services, okay? All right, so that is sponsoring. They are sponsoring the $40 payout for today's Bass for Cash segment. All right, let's see. I see Massachusetts. All right. I know a little something about New Bedford, guys. That's where I was born at. All right, let's see. Marcelo says nice. DL Peck says Texas. Of course, we know he's from Texas. We have Hippies from Arkansas, Rogers, Arkansas to be exact. Justin White from Knoxville, Tennessee. All right, I live right by Lanier. Shout out to Tom. We have Herbert from Florida. We have Longbeard. Has a long beard. How long is that beard? All right, from Arkansas. We have Loco from Chicago. Kyle from St. Clair. What is that? Goodness, what is MO? Is it Minnesota? Am I getting it right, or Missouri? I'm mixing them up. All right, let's see who else we have in here real quick. We have Pennsylvania. We have Philadelphia. We have Texas. Shout out to Brian. Uh-oh, there we go. We have Ireland. We have Somerset in the chat. Shout out to Matt from Ireland. We have Dutchie from Somerset. All right, let's see. What else do we have in here? DL Peck. All right, you guys are definitely getting active in the chat. Let me get caught up. You guys are dropping SWAT in the chat. Bradley says, what up? I'm about to take my son fishing. All right, good deal. That is what it's all about. The experiences of life. All right, so here we go, guys. It is officially time for this thing we call Bass for Cash. So let me show you the bass. You guys make sure we already got the likes up. Now, keep in mind, you get one guess. You get one guess. Now, if you are a member of the Money Team, those are the people with the badges next to their name, they get 2 guesses. Now, let me go ahead and show you guys the length of this fish right here. So this fish is a keeper. On this lake, it has to be 14 inches. Look at that. It's official. It's official like a referee's whistle. That fish is hitting right at 15 inches. You got that? 15 inches. All right, now let's take a look at the girth. Let's see what the girth is looking like on this fish. The girthification is sitting at about 4 inches. Can you guys see it? If I put his back right there by that 10, he goes a little about to that 4. So, well, a little over 4. Okay, yeah, a little over 4 inches. So it, it has a little stomach on it. She says, "Oh yeah, I'm still slim." This fish is like, I'm slim sexy. I'm slim sexy. Check me out. All right, there we go. All right, so whenever you are ready, whenever you see Steve Wimpy put scales open in the chat, I want you guys to start putting your weights, putting your guesses in the chat. Whenever you see scales open. All right, so make sure you guys know you have to guess the exact weight. Once he says scales open, you get one guess. Once scales are closed, then it is a done deal. He will go back. Scales are open, guys. Scales are open. Let me just show you the fish again real quick. The scales are officially open. Somebody is about to win $40 cash for guessing the weight of this bass. Oh, my goodness. All you have to do is guess the exact weight of the bass. Now, the members of the Money Team, remember, you get 2 guesses. So you put your first guess, comma, and your second guess. If you are not a member of the channel, you only get 1 guess. All right, so there we go. And once those scales are closed, then we're going to see who is the official winner, guys. We're going to go ahead and put the fish on the scale and see who guessed the weight. And while you guys are doing that, until the scales are closed, your partner MoneyBass is going to still be up here fishing. Shout out to Living Out Loud, the podcast. We have the Money Team members in there. Make sure you put make sure you get those 2 guesses in there. All right, if you are a member of the Money Team, you get 2 guesses. If you are not a member of the Money Team, you only get 1. If you put more than 1 guess in that chat, your guess will be disqualified, and you don't want that to happen. So make sure that you are subscribed. Make sure you have hit the like button. And make sure you put your 1 guess in the chat. 2 guesses will get you disqualified unless you are a member of the Money Team. All right, I don't see the scales have been closed yet. Shout out to the Rogers family. He thinks it's a 246. Thinks it's going to be right at a 246. So right before I weigh the fish, I will give you guys my guess. I will let you know what I actually think the weight of that fish is. Shout out to Ralphie Ralph. Ralphie Ralph is in the chat, says, hey, from Chicago here. All right, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. Like I said, we are growing very, very fast. We hit 13,000. I didn't think we were going to hit 13,000 that quick, but you guys are enjoying it. You're having some fun, and I am too. That's why I keep coming out here. I've been coming out here, 3 to 4 times a week. I think last week we were out here 5 times, but it's a little rough on me, guys. So, all right, the scales are officially closed. The scales are officially closed. I see Living Out Loud. You just barely made it in with your second guess at 210. All right, let's go ahead and get it cracking. Let's get it cracking, guys. Let me just check. Because before we do this, before we get it cracking, your partner MoneyBass has to do the official last cast, right? You have to make it official. It's not official without the last cast. All right, let's see. Let's make this last one a good one. So we're going to do a quick drop. All right, so the scales are officially closed. The scales are officially closed. Let me do this last cast, this last drop right here, and let's see. Let's see if we can get one of these fishes to come up here and put his mouth on it so we can get it to the boat. does it want to cooperate? Now, back in the day, guys, I used to kill him with this drop shot. Once I found those fish on that sonar, dropped that drop shot down there, it was over. Ralphie Ralph says, but not the last cast. Justin White says the second last cast. No, so this isn't the end of the day, guys. We're going to be out here for about another hour and a half. Okay, wait a minute. So that last cast right there didn't count. Let me get this one lined up right here real quick. All right, there we go. So this is the last cast before I put the fish on the scale. Uh-oh. I see them checking it out. They're checking it out, guys. We have that bass feast on there. All right, they're checking it out. Justin White says last cast doesn't mean last cast. What do you mean? Of course, the last cast is just the last cast, but it has to be the right last cast for it to be official. That's the way it works, right? Or am I missing something? Mr. Boston says this is better than the lottery. I guess that's the case if you win, huh? Mr. Boston, what was your weight? What was your guess? I want to see. All right, let's see. Josh Butler says, oh, yeah, even a drop shot is tough now. That is correct. I love big women is back in the chat. What's going on? I love big women. Says Bass Love, 4.5-inch worm, Mr. Twisters, white and pumpkin seed up north. I'll slay them all day on those. All right. Justin White says that's what my wife. That's what I tell my wife. No, not the 4.5-inch worm will slam. Justin, that's kind of funny right there. All right, Mr. Boston says my guess was 3.6. Oh my goodness, Mr. Boston, I can tell you right now that is not going to be a winning weight right there. That's a spoiler alert for anybody else who guessed in the 3-pound range. That is a spoiler alert. That fish was about 15 inches. So if you are new to the channel and haven't really been keeping up with the weights, the length and everything, the length and the weights of the fish that we've been catching, then I can see why you may have thought it was over 3 pounds. All right, so here we go. It's about to be official like a referee's whistle. Somebody type drum roll. Somebody type drum roll so you can listen to an imaginary drum roll in the chat. DL Pecky says, I love big women. Are you Cole from the Martin TV show? All right. Yeah, we got the drum roll going, guys. All right, here we go. Drum roll, please. All right, so here we go. Here's Mr. Fishy right here. All right, there we go. All right. Uh-oh, you guys are putting the drum roll in the chat. All right, big shout out to everybody. Really appreciate the cooperation and participation. All right, so here we go. So my guess is going to be, I think this fish is going to be 188, guys. That's my guess. Let's see. I think it's going to be 188. All right, so if you have put your guesses in between where scales were open and scales were closed, and let me just show you guys and make it official. The scale is zeroed out. You see that right there? It's zeroed out. Now we're going to put this fish right here on the scale. And I said 188, right? Here we go, guys. Here we go. Bam, 179. 179. Now, if somebody guessed 1.79 pounds in the chat between scales opened and scale closed, you just won $40. You just won $40. Hippie says, I got it. Did Hippie get it? Hippie's supposed to be a member of the money team. James says, I guessed it too. Cal says, oh man, Cal didn't get it. There we go, guys. It's official, like a referee's whistle at 1.79. Let me hold the fish up real quick so we can get a good screenshot of that. So there's the fish. There's the 179, and there's the fish, guys. 179. 179. Can you see it? 179. Justin White says 2 people got it. Uh-oh. If 2 people got it, that means we have to make that official. Steve Wimpy, shout out to... Oh, my goodness, guys. right. There was some fish schooling. You know, I have to stay ready. If I stay ready, I don't have to get ready. All right, Steve Wimpy says we have 2 official winners. Uh-oh. So is that going to be a split pot, or is there going to be a tiebreaker? Or do you want to catch one more fish and do the tiebreaker? Let's see. We're going to let him call it. We'll let Steve Wimpy call it. 2 winners. So who were the 2 winners, Steve Wimpy? Put the names in the chat. I want to see who the 2 winners were. All right, you guys got the likes up. Let's see, how many people do we have in the chat? How are the likes looking? We have about 80 people in here now. I guess some people got mad. They were like, man, my weight was wrong. I'm out of here. Because we had a little over 100 people in here just a little while ago. All right, Justin White says, one's a money team, one's not. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Who was a money team member that guessed it? Hey, listen, you guys know, like I said, membership has its privileges. We may have to listen. What we may end up doing is making one of these stipulations that if you are a member of the money team, that will be the tiebreaker. But that is not the case right now because we haven't put that in there. But you guys know I like showing a little favoritism. I'm biased towards the money team. Those are the members of the channels, guys. So who were the two winners, guys? All right, so we're gonna keep fishing. We're gonna keep fishing. Shout out to James Michael, says, it's my first time here. You can give it to the member. I subscribe though, definitely dig the vibe of this channel. James Michael, where are you from? Where are you from? I think you had put where you were from in the chat. So was it James Michael and Hippie? Was it James Michael and Hippie? Oh my goodness, can you guys believe that? I mean, we have more people in here now, so I guess there was more of a chance of somebody winning. All right, let's see. All right, so Justin says, oh, he thought he saw a badge. Okay, no problem, no problem. All right, let's get ready. Let's see if we can get another top water bite for today, guys. May have to go in. Oh my goodness, they're already schooling. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you guys can see it, but they're out there schooling like crazy. Oh my goodness. Guys, we gotta speed up. They're still schooling. Oh my goodness. Oh, I can reach them now. I can reach them now. I can reach them. They're in range. They're in range, guys. Oh, goodness. All right, I got him. I got him. Got him, guys. And it's a good one. It's a good one. We hit the spot lock on him. Your partner MoneyBass had to pause it on him. And I hit him right in the mouthpiece. It's like, MoneyBass, you got me in the mouth. That's my mouth you got the hook in. Oh, goodness, guys. Do you see it? Do you see this right here? For those of you that are new to the channel, do you see this? That's what we call bendation. The bendation is real. Now I have to get oh, I got the net. I got the net on him. Oh, my goodness. Here he comes. Here he comes. Oh, and we got him. Just like that. Just like that is how you do it. Oh, yeah, the bendation is real. The bendation is real. Shout out to the money team members. Did you see? Oh, my goodness, guys, it got me again. Did you guys see last week when that hook ripped right through my finger? Well, it just got me again. It was like, I'm gonna get revenge on you, Money Bass. You stuck me in the mouthpiece. I'm gonna stick you in the finger. It's a little pain to it. It stings just a little bit, guys. All right, let's see. Yeah, you definitely don't want to get hooked. You don't want to get hooked. All right, here we go. There we go, guys. We got a nuddin. We got a nuddin to the boat. Oh, my goodness. You gotta love it. Look at him. Isn't he so pretty? Look at him. He's checking me out. He's like, hey, guys, I can see you. Shout out to the Money Team members. Those are the members of the channel. Do you see this beautiful creation? I popped it right in the mouthpiece with a topwater bait. Make sure you guys hit the like button for that right there. We need a few more likes. Living Out Loud said, ouch. Oh, yeah, got me right in the finger. All right, so, yeah, there we go. We got another one to the boat. Let's put it on here. Let's see. Let's see. So now you guys have an idea of how much the fish weighs based on the length. This fish is sitting at the same length as the other one. Look at that. Well, no, this one's just a little bit longer. This one's a little over 15 inches. That other one was right at 15 inches. So there we go. There we go. They were schooling. They were chasing those bait and knocking them out of the water. Let's go ahead and put it in the live well. Oh, my goodness. It goes in there with its buddy. So we got 2 of them in the live well so far. I can't believe it. You guys guessed the weight on the first fish that was caught. It may have been a little too easy for you guys. We may have to change it up a little bit. DL Pick says Money caught the full body of the fish today. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go. We got 2 in the live well. All right. Justin White says, does it have two eyes? Yes, sir. It sure did. Voice says, Money Bass got some great content. I subscribed. All right. Really appreciate that. Everybody, welcome Void to the chat. Welcome John Michael to the chat, to the channel. Really appreciate the subscriptions. And if you guys could, I believe John Michael said he was sent here by Wicked Weasel. I mean, by Hippie. So really appreciate that. Make sure you guys continue to share the channel so we will continue to grow. Now, as we continue to grow, we'll have more sponsors that'll come in and be giving away prizes and everything for you guys. So that's what we're looking for. Man, that was lovely right there. I was able to get over there in time. If you guys have been following the channel for a while, you know that a lot of times those fish will keep schooling out of range and I won't be able to get to them in time. But today I made it happen. Oh, my goodness. Hold on. I think I just saw something. I see it. I see Justin White. I see Daniel. Oh, my goodness. Justin White hit me with the $2 super chat. Daniel came in right behind him and hit me with the 5. Who does that make the sponsor of today's live stream? I lost count, guys. Is it Justin? I believe that makes Daniel the sponsor of today's live stream. Is that right? You guys correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Daniel is a sponsor of today's live stream. What I say each week is whoever gives the largest super chat or super sticker during the live stream is the sponsor of that live stream. And shout out to the people who were gifted memberships. So some of you guys were gifted memberships. I think 10 memberships were gifted earlier this week. Wingstop says, got to get that Temu gear. All right, Peanut Butter says, nobody really sent the group chat the link. So what link did you guys need in the chat, in the group chat? All right, we're still out here scouting, guys. We're going to see if we can get these fish to come up again. I told you on these days, well, take a look, guys. The overcast is kind of moving out a little bit, so the sun is up there. But we still have a little bit of clouds out there in the sky. Let's see. Yeah, there's still some clouds up there, but it's not as cloudy. And for me, you know, that is an indication where I can get out here, you know, and have a decent day on the lake. But yeah, big shout out to Justin. Wait a minute. Oh, my goodness, guys. I need some help. I always want to make sure I give credit where credit is due. Justin White hit the channel with another $2 super chat. But Clint Perry said, he came in and said, he said $5 ain't enough to sponsor this show. He hit me with the 10. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. Clint Perry, he hit me with the 10. I think that makes Clint Perry the sponsor for today's stream. If I'm wrong, somebody correct me in the chat. Wicked Weasel says, oh, yeah, Clint Perry is flexing. Clint Perry is flexing. He's like, oh yeah, let me show him these guns right here. Let me hit him with the guns. MoneyBass out there hitting him with the 6-shooter. Let me hit him with the guns. All right, let's see, guys. Let's see if we can get another one to the boat. See if you guys can see another topwater blow up. I had my camera zoomed in, so I don't think you guys saw that that last fish when it blew up on the topwater. Oh yeah, if you guys could put CP in the chat. Clint Perry, put Clint Perry in the chat. Jay says, are you in Texas? No, sir. I am not in the land of the big fish. DL Peck Fishing is out there in the land of big fish, catching those 4, 5, and 7 pound bass in Texas. I'm out here catching these 2, 3, 4, and 5 pound spotted bass on Lake Lanier. Out here in Georgia, I'm down south. I'm a southerner. I like good old outdoor living. I like the trees, the breeze. I like being outside hearing the crickets chirping and all that good stuff. All right, let's see. Justin White says, I was just throwing you $2 for the next fish. Uh-oh, all right. Check it out. So listen, so I didn't see if Wimpy, I may have missed it, guys. I'm trying to stay in the chat as much as I can, but I'm trying to catch fish too. I'm trying to make sure you guys have some fun so you can have some fish to guess. Now, right now, the Bass for Cash segment may be done because we only have that one sponsor right now. If you guys know any companies or anybody who has a business or anything, and remember, we're worldwide, so you don't have to be restricted to whatever state you're in. So if you have a good product and you want some people to know about it, have them reach out. And we can get them set up to be a sponsor of the Bass for Cash thing so we can continue giving out good prizes and having some good fun out here on the lake. All right, Steve Wimpy says, please drop your Cash App for payment. So who was the official winner? I missed it if you put it in there. Because the fish was schooling. When the fish was schooling, they got my attention. So I stopped paying attention once they were schooling. Who was the official winner? I'm waiting for Steve Wimpy to make it official. I want to see Steve Wimpy put the name of the official winner in the chat. Hippie says, I don't have Cash App. All right, so it looks like it may have been Hippie because Hippie's talking about a Cash App. Did Hippie win? Hippie, you need to be a member of the Money Team. I already told you. Wimpy, let me see. Hippie, do you have Zelle? All right, so check it out, guys. For anybody who had any question of whether Bass for Cash is real, do you see what's happening? He is confirming payment right now. So Bass for Cash is a real thing. And we have 2 people that weren't even members of the channel that have won. But I've seen Hippie in here quite a few times, and I told him a while back because Hippie said, I'm a believer. I'm a believer now. Because the way that I know Hippie is that one day, about 2 weeks, oh man, that was a bad cast, guys. All right, I'm trying to hit him in the head with this jerk bait. But let me finish telling you guys what happened. So I always do this thing called last cast. All right, that was a little bit better of a cast right there. I do this thing that I call last cast, but I also do a countdown. So once we get close to the time where I'm going to be ending for the day, we start doing a countdown. And I think I had 15 minutes on the clock. And then it got down to about 10 minutes, then 5 minutes. And then Hippie was like, yeah, he isn't going to be able to catch a fish. And I said, you got to have faith. I said, who thinks I can catch a fish? Now, the Money Team members, they were like, oh, yeah, we know our partner MoneyBass. We know how he does it. So Hippie said, nope, it's not going to happen. I showed Hippie the fish I was going to catch, cast out to it, and bam, right to the boat. And he says, oh, my goodness. He said, I'm a believer. He says, I now have faith. So I said, well, you need to be a member of the Money Team. So shout out to Hippie. All right, Justin White says Hippie better join after this. So yeah, Hippie has been coming in here having a good old time. Shark says doink them fish. Hippie says that's easiest that I know of. Oh yeah. Wow, look at that. Hippie just slid right in and slid in a $40 bill right to his pocket. All right. Jay Fish says they don't talk like that in New Bedford. No, sir, they don't. But that's where I was born. I was born in New Bedford, but I wasn't there that long. My accent is a little different. I'm a Southerner. I'm from down south. I was born up north, but I live down south. All right, Nick says, we don't know how to join the Money Team. All right, so Money Team members, if you could, put some information in the chat to let the people know that are interested how they can become a member of the channel. So Nick says, oh yeah, I want 2 guesses. I'm having some fun playing this Bass for Cash thing. So yeah, it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much, but there should be a link that says join on the screen. There's also a $sign right next to where you guys are typing in the messages. And if you click that $sign, there will probably be a link that says memberships. So let me know if that's where, if you see that, Nick. All right, yeah, guys, because we're glowing. We're glowing and growing. All right, Hippie says PayPal. Jay says, y'all got them gator gars in there. Oh, yes, sir, we sure do. We have some big old gar in this lake. Just, let me see, shout out to Joe Wink. He says, Clint, you know it takes more than 10 spot to sponsor this show. It's MoneyBass. Uh-oh. Joe Winkler is calling somebody out. What is happening in the chat? Justin White says, hit the $sign on the bottom right and tap it. It will be at the bottom. All right, there you go. I love big women, says, great channel, awesome content. Thank you for making us all hungry for a basket of bass fillets. All right. Jay Fish says, I really like it in New Bedford. Ocean right there. I could fish every day. All right, shout out to New Bedford, guys. But I think Clint Perry is the sponsor of today's live stream. I think Clint Perry sponsored it. He came in and beat everybody out. Shout out to the honorable mentions. We had Justin White. We had Daniel. Who else did we have? I always like to give credit where credit is due, guys. I try to keep up, but I'm trying to fish at the same time. Trying to do all of these things at the same time. But we have another fish to weigh. Guys. So this is how the Bass for Cash in the channel works. Anything, guys, remember, anything sent to the channel stays with the channel. YouTube is kind of funny. So anything sent to the channel, the cash apps, the memberships, the super stickers, all of that, that stays with the channel. If you want to sponsor or participate in putting funds toward the Bass for Cash, then those funds, as you see, are sent straight to the winner. So those funds are not sent to the channel. They're sent straight to the winner. So you just hold on to that until we actually have a winner for that. So you would just reach out to me, let me know that you want to be a part of the Bass for Cash, and we'll get that set up for you. All right, so we're easing up, guys. I'm going to see if I can get a fish on a jerk bait. I want to get a jerk bait bite. All right, let's see. Nope, they're not liking the jerk bait, guys. All right, I think since I popped their friend in the mouthpiece, they're not acting right anymore. All right, so we're gonna roll out. We're gonna roll out to another spot, see if we can get another fish to the boat. Now, the game plan initially was to come out and do like we were doing, like the plan that I had the other day was to come out here and go shallow. But when I saw the overcast, you guys know I couldn't do it. I had to go offshore. Because I was like, I know they're going to be schooling. Your partner MoneyBass loves some schooling fish. All right, shout out to Hippie. Hippie has won a $40 bill. They're in the chat trying to make sure they get it worked out. And I always, for those skeptics that are out there wondering, is this Bass for Cash thing the real deal? Yes, it is. So the people that have won, we always get them to come back into the chat and confirm that they received their prize, money. So Josh, with the Joshua Wilhelm, he won last week, got a cool $150 sent right there on the spot, and came back in the chat and confirmed. But the funny thing is, I haven't seen Joshua back in the chat since. Joshua got his 150 and jetted. All right, Bass for Him. Shout out to Bass for Him. Good to see you back in the chat. Says, to support the channel, can I, let me see, use the winnings to purchase a hat or a hoodie? Oh, sure. You sure can. So yeah, this is officially hat and hoodie season. Is there a link on the screen? If you guys could let me know, is there a link on the screen to let you guys know about the hats and hoodies? It may say products or something like that. Just let me know. I just want to know what you guys are seeing from your end. All right, Chauncey Davis says, let me see, hollering at your money. You got to try the Berkeley Credge. Yeah, I need to get one of those Credge. Get one of those Credge baits. Shout out to Teresa Cole. We have Teresa Cole in the chat. Retro Smack says, I really like watching you fish. Seems like you're mostly trying to imitate blueback herring. Am I correct? That is correct. I live on gizzard shad lakes. You fish very fast compared to me. Oh yeah, these herring out here, there's some swimmers. There's some sprinters. There's some Hussein Bolts. Is that his name? Hussein Bolt? These herring out here are Hussein Bolt spinners. Swimmers. There's some fast ones. A lot of times people that are new to the channel, they'll come on here and see me working these top water baits and different baits that I use. And they say, hey man, you're going too fast. The fish can't bite it. Their mouth cannot bite that fast. But the thing I always tell them is you cannot out-reel these bass on this lake. If you saw the way whenever they're chasing those shad and those herring on this lake, yeah, you can't reel fast. And even if you have an 8-gear ratio reel, you're not going to out-reel these fish. All right, let's see. What else we have going on in here? We have Drew checking back in. What's going on, Drew? Good to see you. Glad you made it back. Clint Perry says, Joe seems to be working. So let me see. Joe, it seems to be working so far. Clint Perry says, hey, buddy, I am the sponsor of the live stream. He says, I don't know what you're talking about. It is working. He says my $10 bill is doing justice to the channel. All right, really, really appreciate that. All right, let's see. We're going to try a shaky head real quick, guys. I see some fish sitting out here posted up on the bottom, but they're in about 20 feet of water. Can your partner MoneyBass catch a fish in 20 feet of water? Can he do it? Can he do it? What do you guys think? Gamer of Earth is checking in. The gamer, not of the state, but of the earth, says getting that MoneyBass. Oh yeah, somebody just got a cool $40. And some of you guys missed it. And look, I noticed that the chat kind of dropped after Hippie won the $40. They were like, oh man, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. All right, let's see. What else you guys are talking about? DL Peck Fishing says, keep it clean and no politics up in here. No politics up in here. DL Peck is letting them know he has eyes on you. Look at the eyeballs. He has 2 eyes on you. Shout out to DL Peck Fishing. Bucket says, how much is the money at now? I don't know, Buckets. It got kind of quiet. Hippie just won the $40 payout for today. So I don't know if it's going to reset this week or next week or how that's done. And wait a minute. What's today, guys? Is today Wednesday? Or is today Thursday? Or Friday? What is today? Today's Thursday, right? Somebody put in the chat. What is today? I think today's Thursday. Is today Thursday? We have Fish Hobo back once again. Says hi from the European best carp angler. All right. Shout out to Fish Hobo. I think I've seen you in the chat before. Drew says only fish politics. Oh yeah, we're talking some fishing politicians. We got some fishing politicians going on in the chat. I'm fishing for those spotted bass that don't always cooperate. All right, so Chauncey said, yeah, so today is Thursday. And you know what? I forgot what I was about to talk about. I was trying to figure out what day it was, guys. All right, I think I'll be able to get these fish with a, get them to come up and put their mouthpiece on a nice jerk bait. Oh, we have another fish we need to weigh. I forgot about that. All right, Steve Wimpy is in the chat. I think the guessing game, the payout, since it has been won, it may be done for this week. We're going to see. Steve Wimpy says, today we had 2 winners. SWAT has yet to send payment. No one has dropped their Cash App. All right. Who was it? Hippie. So I think the two winners were Hippie and who was the other winner, guys? John Michael. And I think John Michael said, go ahead and send the funds to Hippie, because Hippie actually told John Michael about the channel. So Hippie not only won, but he actually referred someone to the channel that came and subbed. So to me, I mean, you guys know how I do. I like to give credit where credit is due. So Hippie came in, and I thought I had one already. All right, Hippie says, I have PayPal. Shout out to Brody. We have Brody back in the chat. Said, have you caught any? Yeah, we have 2 to the boat. We've already been doing this thing called the guessing game. And Hippie and John Michael both tied. So I know last time we did a tiebreaker, but John Michael said Hippie is the one who actually invited him to the stream. So he gave up the funds to Hippie. Good deal, good deal. Bucket says, I guess I'll just take the money. He says, I guess I'll just take the money. Nobody's dropping the Cash App. But yeah, so Wimpy, are you able to do PayPal? It looks like Hippie is saying he has PayPal. Hippie says, you know, I'm a traveler. Hippie SWAT does not use PayPal. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Hippie, you got to get it worked out. Maybe John Michael has. Oh, man, guys, I thought I had him. I thought I stuck another one in the mouthpiece. Hippie said Venmo. Hippie says, what about Venmo? You guys are seeing it live and in action. Hippie got the cash, but hasn't got the cash. He's trying to make it happen. So you guys are seeing it in real time that the payout is real. Bass for Cash is real. Oh, my goodness, guys. I just missed him. How did I miss that fish? How did that fish put his mouthpiece on it and not get stuck? Hippie says, how do I use Zelle? All right, and Wimpy is confirming Cash App or Zelle. Drew says, IHOP IHOP gift cards. All right, and Hippie is saying, how do I use Zelle? You guys are seeing this happen live and in action. Bass for Cash is real. There were people that were coming in here saying, hey, man, this is a scam. Or what was the other thing they call it? I can't remember the other word they call it. But basically, they didn't think Bass for Cash was a real thing. But they do not know that there have been several winners that have already got some cash put right in that bank account. All right, let's see. Let's keep looking around, see if we can find some more fish. Nick says, is that a wheelchair joke? I must have missed the wheelchair joke. What was that? I have a question. Is it okay to make wheelchair jokes? What do you think, Nick? Put yes or no. Are wheelchair jokes okay? I think people in wheelchairs like to laugh too. What do you guys think? All right, let's see. Man, I sure do want to see something come and hit this jerk bait, guys. Hippie says yes. So it was a wheelchair joke. I missed it. Justin White says, if they're funny, it's okay. Drew says, I won't stand for it. So that's a wheelchair joke. All right, let's see, guys. Hippie says yes. All right, it is 11:36. We have about 40 more minutes left out here, guys. Let's see what we can make happen. Can we make it happen? Daniel says 82 likes. Who hasn't hit the like button? If you haven't hit the like button, put not in the chat. Put N-O-T for I have not hit the like button. Who has not hit the like button? Put not in the chat. I want to see who I can be mad at for not hitting the like button for me. Wicked Weasel says 40 minutes plus 1 hour overtime. Rich G says, I am in a wheelchair, have been since 2005. I take jokes very personally. They hit me hard. They make me laugh. Oh, my goodness. That was a good one. You got me on that one. That was a good one, Rich. Are you being serious? Have you been in a wheelchair for real? He says, I'm in a wheel. Okay, let's read this the way. So just imagine if you haven't heard this joke and somebody just made a joke about somebody in a wheelchair. And Rich G says, hey guys, wait a minute. Calm down, everybody. I am in a wheelchair. I have been since 2005. I take those jokes very personally. They hit me hard. They make me laugh. That was a good one. Shout out to Bash for Him says, oops, forgot, just hit it. Bash for Him, are you saying you just now hit the like button? I'm mad. It's too late, Bash for Him. I'm mad. I can't believe you had me sitting here catching these fish. Somebody won the prize and you hadn't hit the like button. Bass for Him, no bass for you. How about that? No bass for you, Bass for Him. I'm gonna have to put you on punishment. Chauncey says, like number 83. Rich G says, yes, after spinal surgery. All right, but it sounds like you're making the best of life. I mean, that's all we can do, guys, is get out here and enjoy what we can while we are here, the best we can. And for a lot of you, you know that one of the things that I always talk about on my channel is making sure you let people know that you really care about them. Let your loved ones know, because you never know, what the next day is going to bring. You always want to enjoy what you have while you have it, because things could always be worse, right? And I know there's people that have been following my channel that were following my channel for years, and I would see them disappear, guys. So every once in a while, I would reach out to somebody. I'd be like, hey, I noticed such and such isn't in here. So I would find how to, go to their link on YouTube, send them an email or something, say, hey, I have noticed you haven't been in the chat. Is everything okay? And I mean, sometimes I would get different responses. Like sometimes people will say, well, yeah, I've been having some health problems. So I've, just been going through some things. Or some people just have financial issues. So you never know what people are going through, guys. So you always want to be grateful and thankful for what you have. And, just keep people in mind that everybody may not have, the same good day or the same bad day that you're having. That day could be a whole lot worse. All right. So that is one of the things about getting out here fishing. This is something that brings a lot of people together. I mean, as you see, we are worldwide. We have people from Brazil, Australia, Ireland, Scotland, South Africa, Iran, Pakistan, Uzbekistan, or something like that. Places that I can't even pronounce. There's people all over the world that come on this channel and watch and share their fishing stories and, just have a good time. So that's pretty much what this is all about, guys. So want to give a big shout out to Rich. Shout out to Rich G in here having a good time. Rich G says, wishing I was fishing. Oh, yeah, I'm going to see if I can catch another one for you, Rich. How about that? Bash for Him says, my bad, I just joined. Shout out to Justin. Justin White says, any day above ground is a good day. No matter what's going on, it can always be worse. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah, I always got to remember to be thankful, guys. We're out here having a little fun. Yeah, everybody put Rich G in the chat. Rich G is like, I'd rather be fishing. Shout out to Rich G for tuning in and hanging with the guys and gals out here on the MoneyBass channel. All right, we have a cool, what is this, 49 more minutes. We have 49 more minutes, guys. Gonna see if we can get another one to the boat. All right, once again in the chat, everybody drop where you are from. I just want you guys to see who all is in the chat, where people are tuning in from, what city, state, country, all of that good stuff. There are some people that have actually started some friendships from the chat because they were actually in the same area and fished the same lakes. So that's one of the good things about putting that in the chat. Just let everybody know where you're from. Justin White says, when you going to weigh the second fish? All right, let's see. I was trying to wait and see what happened with the first one. So I think Hippie is trying to work out the payment system with Steve Wimpy. Oh my goodness. Wait a minute. Joe Winkler came in and says, I'll drop a donation for Rich G. MoneyBass brings happiness to everyone. Really, really appreciate that. Joe Winkler coming in strong with the $20 super chat. Big shout out to Joe Winkler. He is the current sponsor of the live stream, guys. What I say each week or each day we're out here, whoever gives the largest super chat or super sticker, or sometimes people come in here and they purchase memberships for people, and that still supports the channel. Whoever does those three things, whoever does that, they will be the sponsor of the live stream, because this show is sponsored by you guys, these viewers, the members of the money team, the people who just stop through every once in a while to see what is going on. Can this guy really get out here and catch fish? Big shout out to Joe Winkler. Kid Flash says, poor fish. Poor fish. All right, so we're going to go ahead and weigh this other fish, guys. I was waiting to see if Hippie got everything squared away. All right, let's see. I see a little activity, some activity out here. Gonna see what we can catch. Wicked Weasel says, Joe Flexi Winkler. Oh yeah, he's flexing, showing those biceps. He hit us with the guns. Joe Winkler is the current sponsor of the live stream with the $20 super chat. So yeah, if you guys know any companies or anybody that wants to sponsor the Bass for Cash, just have them reach out to me on my Instagram at official MoneyBass. It is a good way to advertise your business. Today was sponsored by SWAT Lawn Operations. If you are in the metro Atlanta area, make sure you hit up SWAT Lawn Operations for your residential and commercial lawn and exterior needs. I think they do pressure washing. They do a lot of different things, but you guys see they're a strong supporter of the channel. So really, really appreciate that. All right, so yeah, everybody put JW in the chat. Joe Winkler is the current sponsor of the live stream. And also, for you that do not know, the Battle of the Anglers will be taking place on November 9th and 10th. The time is approaching. So you want to make sure that you have set your calendars for that date. What the Battle of the Anglers is there will be 8 anglers on the screen. We will be battling it out live. So the way that you see me, you will actually see the full view of the anglers. And we will be able to hear each other, communicate with each other. So there'll be a lot of trash talking, guys. So if you have sensitive ears, it might be the show for you. So yeah, there'll be 8 of us competing against each other on November 9th and 10th. It will be live. It will be live on screen. Uh-oh, shout out to Cool C. Look at that badge next to his name, guys. You know why he has that badge? Because Cool C has been a member for, I don't know how many years Cool C has been a member of the channel, but he's been here for a long time. Shout out to Cool C. He says, what's up? What's going on, Cool C? Good to see you in the chat. Justin White says, anybody in the Knoxville, Lenoir City area and want to go fishing, hit me up. All right, shout out to Justin White, making some connections in the chat. Hippie says, I need another crippled guy to be my friend so we can start a gang called the Crips. Oh, my goodness. I think that name is already taken, Hippie. You need a different name. I don't know if you want to be associated with that. All right, let's see what else we have in the chat. Kid Flash says, what kind of boat do you have? All right, so we're out here having, this is a fun boat. That's what the kind of boat that I have. All right, I'll give you a quick boat tour. All right, let's see. Rich G says, my guess for the fish in the live well is it will be 1 pound and some ounces. Well, I think that is correct. I'm pretty sure that is going to be correct. All right, we have a fellow boater out here. You see him scooting through. Let's check them out. What kind of fishing are they doing, guys? Man, I missed the days of catching fish on a drop shot, just using straight sonar, and they were just biting so good on the drop shot. It just doesn't happen like that anymore. Those days are gone. They're in the past. All right, I see some fish out there in the distance. Should I live dangerously and throw a drop? Nah, I'm not going to throw a drop shot out there. It'll get hung up on me. Let me try to hit him in the head with the shaky head. All right, that's going to be a 70-foot cast. Let's see if I got it right out there at 70 feet. Did I make it? Did I make a good cast? All right, so boat tour. Somebody was asking about the boat. So let me just show you guys the lay of the land on the boat. DL Peck Fishing says, Daniel, Lake Ivy, home of the big bass. Wait a minute. Somebody else fishes Lake Ivy. Was it Ivy? Was it Big Ivy? Somebody in the chat also fishes Ivy Lake. All right, so guys, here's a quick boat tour for you. I am running a Nitro Z20. All right, Nitro Z20 up front. I'm running live imaging. That's what you see right here on this screen. That is Humminbird Mega Live. Some people like it. Some people love it. Some people don't even like it at all. But you know, your partner MoneyBass makes it happen. Wait a minute. Oh, my goodness, guys. I thought you saw I had to shoot first and ask questions later. I was like, who is that in my house? I had to set the hook on them. If you come in my house without knocking, I'm going to shoot first and say, who is that in my house? Who are you? So I had to set the hook on them, guys. It didn't feel right. Something didn't feel right, so I had to shoot first. All right, so up front, I'm running a 2 Humminbird units. I have a Helix 12 G4N unit that runs my live imaging. This right here, I run my mapping. I run sonar on this also for whenever I'm right on top of the fish, like I am right here. So I'm right on top of some fish, but those fish didn't bite. On the side over here, this post, this is my Mega 360. All right, so that's my Mega 360, and I have an Ultrex trolling motor up front also. So that's my Ultrex trolling motor. So that is what is locking the boat in place. Justin White says, don't show Randy that. Justin, fun fact. Did you know Randy Blockett was on my channel, on my live stream? Did you know that Randy has been on the show before? So put yes or no. Justin, did you know that Randy has actually been on the show before? Been on my show before. All right, let's go ahead and keep looking at the rest of the setup. Justin White put nope. So yeah, just search MoneyBass Randy Blockett. Now, it was a good live stream. We had a great conversation. We kind of we touched on the forward facing sonar thing a little bit too. Well, a lot of bit. But yeah, it was a good fun show. Just search MoneyBass Randy Blockett. And actually, if you go to my channel, you will see where he actually listed my channel as one of the top 10 for, what was it, 2024 or 2023 channels? I think it was 2023. Yeah, 2023. He actually made a video where he was talking about my channel. All right, so let's start back over. I'm running a Nitro Z20, guys. So it's a Nitro Z20. It's a 20-foot boat. Up front, I'm running Humminbird Mega Live units. Well, Humminbird Helix units. I have Mega Live on this top one. On this one right here, I run my mapping, and I also run sonar. On this one, I will run Mega Live, and I also go to a split screen sometimes by hitting that shortcut button, and it'll show me my sonar. So right now, you can see I'm sitting right on top of this brush pile, and there it is on the screen. You can see the fish kind of moving around in there a little bit. So that is what I have up front. And I also run an Ultrex trolling motor. It spot locks and holds the boat in place. Over here is the post for the Humminbird Mega 360. Now over here, this big bracket with this extra space, I normally have my Humminbird target lock over here. But I took the target lock off. I had to send it in. They sent me a new replacement for it. But this is the foot pedal for the trolling motor, and right here is the spot lock button, this anchor. That's what I hit to lock the boat in place. All right, so on the deck, might as well show you the deck. Right now I have one bait caster, and I have 3 spinning rods up front. Now this is where I keep my extra rods right here, things that I may use but not really that often depending on what the fish are biting. I throw some baits down here so you know I can reach down there, change out my worms for my drop shot, stuff like that. All right, so now On the back, I'm running 2 Minn Kota Talons. These are shallow water anchors. They shoot a spike straight down into the ground. As long as I am in 10 foot of water or less, it will hold me in place. I am also running a Mercury Pro XS 4-stroke motor. Mercury Pro XS 250 horsepower 4-stroke motor. So there you go. So that'll push this boat around that 70 plus, you know, around that 70, give or take a little, just depending on the conditions and everything. All right, so I have 2 units, 2 helix units in the back. I run my side scan sonar, down scan on this side, and on this one I run my sonar and I run my mapping. But depending on what lake I am, sometimes I run mapping on both of those so I can navigate the lakes really good. All right, so I think that's about it. And Steve Wimpy always says, man, why don't you ever say anything about your hydro wave? So I do have a hydro wave on here, but it is not connected. Uh-oh, wait a minute. It sounds like they may have got it worked out. Let's see. Justin says he don't know Randy that. Wait a minute, you don't like Randy? I like Randy. All right, DL Peck Fishing says, I have no issues with Mega Live. It works. He says it works well. Oh, yeah. All right, let me see. A Wick Walk says, show me your catch, bro. Oh, yeah, I got to weigh these fish so you guys can take a look at them, huh? But let's take a look at the fish real quick again. All right, do you see them? There's one right there. The other one is down towards the bottom. So we came out here. We did the guessing game once. We haven't done it the second time yet. So we got to weigh that fish right there on the top. I think is that second fish that I caught. So we'll weigh that fish and let you guys do the guessing game once again. All right, let's see. Steve Wimpy says, Hippie, what's the Cash App? I'm ready to send you your $40. All right, look at that. Hippie Dave. Hippie Dave got his Cash App set up. He said, gotcha, it's on its way. Zach says, hey, from New Orleans. We have New Orleans checking in. John Joe says, come on, green swimming pickles. All right, let me get a cast out here while I'm talking, guys. John is like, quit talking and catch a fish. Steve said, you upgrade the jackpot to $500. Uh-oh, the payment has been sent. Steve Wimpy says, please confirm the payment. Hippie Dave says, nothing yet. Uh-oh, Hippie, did you give him the right Cash App? All right, let's see. Rich G says, Hippie, I'm a hemophiliac. My blood does not okay, well, you know, there's Country Boy Fishing. He actually hosts tournaments for people that actually, you know, have the same thing. Country Boy Fishing, if you want to look him up. So he hosts events for kids that are actually hemophiliacs. Let's see. I'm just checking a few things, guys. All right, let's see what else we have here, guys. All right. All right. Let's see. We're going to hop back to it. See a little something out there. John says, show these green pickles. Let me see it, John Joe. I have to make payroll. John Joe says, I accept payment for Hippie. All right, Hippie sent his Cash App again. Rich G says, Country Boy Fishing. I'll look him up. That's cool. Oh, yeah. So who was it that says they're hemophiliac? I saw the message, but I was doing so many other things. Let's see. Oh, Rich G. Okay, cool. Yeah, so Country Boy Fishing. Brandon Young. Look him up. He actually does events for kids and stuff like that. He actually travels to different states and hosts events for kids. So that might be something that you could look into as far as, you know, getting some good connections and stuff like that as far as the fishing industry. Country Boy Fishing on YouTube. Brandon Young is his name. Brandon Young with Country Boy Fishing. I think if you just do a search on YouTube, type in Brandon Young, Country Boy Fishing, it should come up. He's in the chat sometimes too. DL Peck Fishing says, Money, we still need to make some adjustments to your graph. Gamble mount. It's not holding very well. Oh, so you can see it leaning, huh? Yeah, it's leaning. Let me show you what I'm working with over here. And I need to reach back out to I can't remember the name. Is it Precision Sonar? I think that's where that mount came from. But actually a friend of mine that's in my bass club had an extra mount. So whenever I was gonna get those 2 units on the front of the boat, he actually gave me the mount because he said it had just been sitting in his garage for so long, but he had never used it. It was a brand new mount. So he gave it to me. And I was very appreciative. All right, so yeah, so here we go. So this is the knob that, shout out to DL Peck Fishing. He sent me that knob. I have it on there. But the problem is if you look right in between here, that little plastic piece that actually goes in between the bracket and the unit, it is missing on this side over here. So it came, the glue came loose and it fell off. So it doesn't really, you know, stay in place that well. So that's something I have to fix. This one over here, you know, I just have to keep tightening these things. So it's just one of those things. You got to work it out. Got to work it out. All right. Steve Wimpy says, Hippie Dave. It says payment complete. So Hippie Dave, it says payment complete. We're waiting for Hippie Dave to confirm that he received his $40 cash for that bass. John, let me see. John Joe says DL Peck, he needs duct tape. Hippie Dave says nothing yet. Hippie Dave, did you give him the right cash app? Wicked Weasel says, I can 3D print one for you. Shout out to Rich. Hippie Dave says, wish I could send you a picture. Man, I just knew today was going to be a drop shot day. All right, guys, it is 12 o'clock. We have 30 minutes. All right, 30 minutes. Let's go ahead and get this game cracking. So the payout is done. As far as I know, we do not have a, I think, SWAT lawn operations. If everybody could put SWAT lawn operations in the chat. We are about to do I guess this is just going to be called the guessing game because Hippie has already took the cash. Hippie has already took the cash for the bass. And if you take a look in the chat, Hippie is actually collecting his cash as we speak. They're trying to get that sent over to him. All right, so Luke says, any luck? There goes the luck right there, Luke. So we already weighed one. We're about to weigh another one. So SWAT lawn operations located in the metro Atlanta area. If anybody is in the chat that's in the Atlanta area, north, south, east, west Atlanta area, all the way from, what is that, Macon? Well, I don't know if Macon's a little too far. But yeah, anybody in the Atlanta area, put Atlanta. If you're in Georgia, put Georgia. I just want to see who's in Georgia. If you're in the Atlanta area, put Atlanta. Those are almost 2 separate places. The way things are looking out here, guys. All right, so there we go, Luke. All right, so the first one that we weighed, let's take a look and see if I can figure out which one was the first one that we weighed. Oh, I remember which one was the first one we weighed, because the first one we weighed had like a little red dot on its side. So there we go. This is the first one we weighed right here. So do you see those fish? Do they look the same size, or does one look bigger than the other one? Look at the back strap. Look at the head. Look at the eyeballs. Do you see them looking at you? They're like, oh yeah, we're twins. We're almost twins. One of them is just a little bit bigger than the other one. Do you see it? Luke from Duluth. All right, shout out to Luke. Anybody else from Georgia? What city are you from if you're from Georgia? All right, so there we go. So this is the one we're about to weigh right here. So this fish right here, what was the weight on that fish? It was 179, I believe. This one was 179, guys. So what do you think the weight of this one will be? So take a look. All right, so we're about to do the guessing game on that one right there. So I showed you guys the girth. I showed you the girth. Let's take a look at the length. Let's take a look at the length once again. The length of it is sitting a little over 15 inches. Can you see that tail? It's going a little over that 15-inch mark. So it's a good one. It's a keeper. The girthification sitting at about 4 inches. Can you see it? About 4 inches on that fish. Look at that belly. Oh yeah, she's like, I'm slim sexy. I'm slim sexy. All right, so this is, so the Hippie has already took the cash from everybody. So if you could, shout out, put Hippie in the chat. Hippie has already won, but we're gonna weigh this other fish right now. We're just gonna have some fun with it, guys, because the loot for the day is gone. Hippie says, got it. All right, everybody shout out Hippie. All right, sent $40 to the wrong Hippie Dave. Uh-oh, wait a second. Sent 40 to the wrong Hippie Dave. Uh-oh, how did you do that? Did Hippie give you the wrong? All right, so did you get it fixed? Because Hippie says got it. All right, guys, this is where we're going to do it. Let me see. There's another Hippie out there that's happy. Oh, my goodness. Are you able to fix that? How do you, John Joe says, who stole my guess? All right, so this, like I said, the money is gone. So this right here is for just to see who can, who can actually guess the size of a fish. So this one right here is for fun, guys. We're about to do another guessing game. So I need a member of the money team. Well, Wimpy, could you put scales open in the chat? Just type scales open in the chat. And once he puts scales open in there, I want everybody to start putting their guesses in there. Now, this right here, the winner of this, I guess this is just called the guessing game because this isn't Bass for Cash now. All right, scales open. So what you are guessing for is a congratulations. That's what we're guessing for right now. All right, if you are a member of the money team, a member of the channel, make sure you remember you can put in 2 guesses, guys. You can put in 2 guesses. All right, I see him coming in. I see him coming in. All right, look at the money team members putting in those 2 guesses. The people that have the badges next to their name, those are the members of the money team. Look at Joe Winkler. Joe Winkler, shout out for being the sponsor of the live stream today. He has a badge like nobody else has in the chat. That is because he has been a long time member of the channel. So month after month, if those months accumulate, I mean, Joe Winkler's probably been a member of the channel for well over a year. So that's how he got that badge, guys. So he has stayed consistent. John Joe says, I need practice. All right, remember, guys, 1 guess. 1 guess. All right, shout out to Pale Rider. We have Pale Rider back in the chat. We had Josie Wales in the chat before, too. Josie Wales and Pale Rider in the same chat. What do you think about that? All right, Wet Hook says, are you releasing the fish after the games? Yes, sir. We catch and release these fish. Generally, I release them a little bit faster, but today was just kind of a different day. You guys were kind of stingy on the likes. Normally, we're up well over 100 likes, guys. We only hit 87 today. You know what? You know what, guys? Can we get up to 95 likes? I'm feeling a little sad today. I didn't get the likes that you guys normally give me. All right, Daniel says, great show, Money. Catch you on the next show. All right, big shout out to Daniel. Really appreciate it. Daniel hit the channel with the super chat. So really, really appreciate that, sir. All right, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and put scales closed in the chat. Wimpy, if you could, put scales closed in the chat. And we're going to get it cracking. We're going to see who can guess the weight of the fish. All right, scales closed, guys. All right, here we go. Hold on just a second, guys. Guys, do you see that picture on the screen down there? That is a chicken hawk. Yeah, people, a chicken hawk is calling me right now, knowing that I'm live. Chicken hawk, is that you?
Oh, you live?
Is that you interrupting my live stream again?
I mean, hey, man, you might want to talk to me. You ain't catching no fish.
Man, you can't guess the weight of a fish. Are you driving? Are you where you can guess the weight of a fish right now?
No, I'm driving. I'm going to get my battery so I can beat the brakes off of you.
How you gonna call harassing me during my live stream? I'm live right now. You gonna call threatening me in front of all these people?
That's right. And look, and the murder scene is going to be November 9th. You can watch it live.
You really think you're gonna beat me on November 9th?
I'm going to beat the brakes off of you. That's the bottom line.
You know what? I might let you win November 9th, and then November 10th, I'm gonna get out there and stomp you out. How about that?
I'm going to bury you on November 10th. I'm gonna beat the brakes off of you on November 9th, and I'm burying you on November 10th. And I'm taking over your channel on November 12th.
You should just focus on at least catching one fish per day. How about that?
Don't you worry about it. Don't you worry about it. Don't you worry about it at all.
You know they can go back and see the last time we went head to head on Logan Martin, right?
That don't matter. Hey, past performance is not an indication of future performance. That's what you do in the stock market, baby. So recognize.
Listen, past ass whoopings is an indication of future ass whoopings.
No, it ain't. It really ain't. Except if you whipstick. Yeah, he pretty much knows.
Wimpy is in the chat right now. He can hear you. That's messed up. How you gonna?
No, he already know what's about to happen to him, but he gonna get caught up. The bullet wasn't for him. But he got hit anyway. But that's okay. You will find out very, very soon, sir. Now you can go back to your casting class. And I can hit you back later.
Man, I wish they could see you put a guess on a fish. Chicken Hawk always guesses too low because he's used to catching little fish.
Did you catch a fish?
What do you mean a fish?
Because I know the type of fish you catch. I'm gonna put the guess, and I guarantee you I'm within a half. Now think about this. When I'm telling you, I'm about to guess the fish that you caught. I'm gonna be within a half of an ounce either way.
A half an ounce?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
What you caught? That's how predictable the little bitty fish you catch are.
Man, just tell me what your guess is.
My guess is, because you talking big, so it must be over a pound. You know, that's big for you. So I'm gonna say probably 1 point, and I'm gonna give you a birthday present. 1.24.
Man, get off my phone. Y'all see what I'm talking about? He used to guessing.
1.24. And I don't even need to see the fish to know that's where you at.
You know what? Hold on. Unless you got to get off the phone right now. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait while you on the phone. All right, everybody. All right, here we go. Here we go, peoples. All right, so there we go. This is the fish that he said. What did you say? 1 point what?
1.24.
No, you are wrong. I can tell you that right off the bat. Now, my guess is going to be 1.82. 1.82. We're about to make it official, guys. All right, so here we go. The scales are zeroed out. We're going to put the fish right there on the scale and take this cold tag out. All right, here we go. I said 1.82. What is it locked in at? Chat, do you guys see that? Your partner MoneyBass, what did I say? It is 1.83. And I told y'all, no matter what Chicken Hawk guess, he always guesses low. He always guesses low because he's used to catching small fish. Look at that, 1.83. If I catch a fish that's 0.5, Chicken Hawk will guess 0.20. He is...
I am not used to to be guessing in the ones. So, you know, I mean, this is all new to me. I catch 2 above. So, you know, that's what I'm used to guessing in. I can identify that. When you say, I mean, when there's a fish in the ones, I don't even guess. Why guess? That's throwaway.
You listen,
But you know,
you always guess in the ones because if you catch a 2 pound, you know what? I bet you ain't even gonna catch a fish over 2 pounds on Logan Martin.
oh man, you lost your mind. You lost your mind
you
already.
you not gonna catch a fish over 2 pounds.
You lost your mind already.
In the chat, you guys heard it here first. Chicken Hawk is not gonna catch a fish over 2 pounds on Logan Martin. I'm gonna stomp him. I might have to stomp Chicken Hawk out on the first day this time instead of waiting till the second day.
Hey, like they say, do your best. Like they say, ain't nothing stop you but add opportunity. And there go the air. So that's what I'm trying to tell you, baby. All you got in front of you is opportunity. Let's see what you gonna do with it.
All right, well, we gonna see. Let me get off here. I'm gonna be out here for about 15 more minutes.
Exactly.
I'll hit you back.
Okay, good day.
All right.
Tell Whipstick he can take that too. Just let him know.
Oh my goodness. All right, man. Later. All right. Does anybody know who Chicken Hawk is? Does anybody know who Chicken Hawk? That is Chicken Hawk. Always coming and messing up my live streams. Always has something to say. DL Peck said 15 more minutes. Uh-oh. All right, Wicked Weasel says it was a 3-way tie. All right, so who guessed the weight? It was 1.83. I said, what was it? Was it 1.83 and I said 1.82? All right, so we're gonna roll out, guys. We're gonna, in 15 minutes, in the chat, who thinks I can catch a fish in these last 15 minutes? Put yes he can in the chat or no he can't. So that's what we're about to see. Can I catch another fish in 15 minutes? Drew says, bruh, I win first, but no money. All right, 15 minutes. Put yes he can in the chat or no he can't. All right, guys, we have 15 minutes on the clock. 15 minutes on the clock. 15 minutes on the clock. Let's see. With 15 minutes on the clock, guys. Immigrant says, you need a helmet cam. We want to see the headshot. Can your partner MoneyBass catch a fish in less than 15 minutes? We're about to find out. Uh-oh, John Joe says no, he can't. John Joe says no, he can't. He can't make it happen. He says MoneyBass does more talking than fishing, so he can't make it happen. Tucker says, you got to catch a fish, Money. Oh, yeah. I need to get another one to the boat. We're seeing if I can catch one in 15 minutes or less. See if we can make it happen, guys. The Quante says, we're going to sea. I'm on lunch break, so don't waste time. John Joe says, I'm negative John Joe today. Justin says, whip that thing out there and catch a donkey. All right, I need to catch a donkey. John Joe says, I'm becoming a fishing gambler because of this live. Unknown Runner says, I have better luck fishing when it's cloudy. What's that about? Oh, yeah, that's what I like, guys. I like that cloudy weather fishing. Oh, my goodness. We had Paul Gavinsky checking in. He says, now you got no excuses, Money. All right, Paul Gavinsky says, no excuses, Money. Go ahead and get that fish to the boat. He said, get that fish to the boat. Now, where's John Joe at? John Joe, did you disrespect MoneyBass? Did you disrespect MoneyBass? Do you guys see what is happening right now? Do you see what happened to John Joe? Oh, my goodness, that right there, that is the bendation. And John Joe should have known that the bendation is real. It's real on this channel, guys. Am I going to get him to the boat? Paul Gavinsky said, you have no excuses. He hit me with the $20 super chat. Oh, my goodness, he's going to try to jump on, but I'm going to flip him. Do you just see that? John Joe, where's negative John Joe at? Kapow, right in the mouthpiece. Right in your mouthpiece. Do you guys see it? Do you see it? The bendation is real. MoneyBass is making it happen. John Joe, why do they call me MoneyBass? Ask Paul Gavinsky. Paul Gavinsky knows. He hit me with the $20 super chat. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my God. Do you see what just happened to you? Now, Paul Gavinsky, we're going to close this out with the guessing game. How about that? Justin White says, now what, John Joe? In the mouth. Oh, yeah, bam, right in the mouthpiece. Right in that mouthpiece. Oh, my goodness. Somebody said, what's this thing called bendation? It's real. That's what it is. Bendation is real. DeQuante said, maybe 2 pounds. Bass for him, that's right. Trick or treat. Trick or treat. There you go. Right there. Let's put a little cold tag on him. Paul Gavinsky, he hit it right on time. He said, oh, yeah, no excuses, MoneyBass. Go ahead and pop him in the mouthpiece. I hit it with the kapow. The kapow right in the mouthpiece. You know I like these cloudy days. Man, I sure would love to stay out here a little bit longer. Where's John Joe? John Joe says, another gamble lost with the sad face. Oh, my goodness, and the mean face. John Joe, how you sad and mean at the same time? Sad and mean at the same time. Oh, my goodness. I hit it right in the mouthpiece. Let me show you guys what I'm fishing with it out here. I'm out here in 27 feet of water. About 27 feet of water, and I'm casting up to about 20. Your partner MoneyBass hit him in the with a shaky head right in the mouthpiece. I hit him in the head in about 20 feet of water. Now, see, that's something Chicken Hawk just cannot do. Shout out to Paul Gavinsky. What does he say? He says, you just needed the GOV to show up. That is right. I just needed the GOV to show up. He says, just like when customers bring me tractors that always crank up for me, but not for them. That's right. Justin White says, when the pole bends like a candy cane. That's right. I hit him with the candy cane. I like that one. I like that one, Justin. DL Peck said the bendation is real. The bendation is real. John Joe says, lost another bet. Drew says, what happened? I had to step away. Oh, man, Drew, you stepped away at the wrong time. They put 15 minutes on the clock, and they said, MoneyBass, can you do it? They said, can he do it? Go back and look at the chat. All right, Tucker says, yo, that's some of my favorite bites right there on the shaky head in deep water. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, it was a good one. It was a good one. Now, let's go back up here. I want to see who put the yes, he cans and the no, he can'ts in the chat. And look, I still have time to sit here and talk, too. We put 15 minutes on the clock. Y'all put me on some crunch time. All right, DL Peck said 15 more minutes. Wicked Weasel says, I think it was a three-way tie. Okay, wait a second on that last one. All right, let me see. We have Brandon. Brandon Looney said, yes, he can. Hippie said, yes, he can with those mad skills. Oh, yeah, Hippie already learned his lesson. Hippie learned the lesson. That's how I know Hippie. Hippie was a no, he can't person before. But now look at Hippie. Hippie is not only a yes, you can, but yes, he did. Because Hippie won $40 today. Hippie, did you already get that cash? Put yes, I got the cash, or yes, I was paid, or, got the $40 or whatever. I just want people in the chat to know that the Bass for Cash is a real thing. It's real, just like the bendation. It is real. All right, Pale Ryder said yes. DL Peck said yes, he can. Chauncey Davis said yep. Bass for him says, I have seen it before, so yes. Michael Ramsey says, for sure. DeQuante said, let's get it. Now, see that, John? John, they know. They knew the deal. Drew says, y'all, put $1,000 up there, and I couldn't get nowhere near it. Uh-oh, y'all are talking some big bucks in there. DL Peck Fishing says, it's usually at least 5 minutes, the 5-minute mark. Look at that. I still have time on, I still have 6 minutes left. I still have 6 minutes left that I could just sit here and keep yapping. I caught the fish and just gave it extra time. How's about that? Let's see. I'm gonna hop back into the chat in just a second. But I wonder what John's guess is gonna be next time. I wonder what John is gonna say next time. All right, let's see. What else are you guys talking about in the chat? Wait a minute. Rich G, how could you do it to me? Rich said, yes, he can't. Ah, Rich, how could you be a doubter? That hurt me. It hurt me bad. At 2, Rich G. Immigrant Star Us says, you need a helmet cam. All right, let's see. John Joe says, no, he can't. There it goes. Wicked Weasel said yes in 11 minutes. Wicked Weasel knows the deal. DeQuante says, we going to see. I'm on lunch break, so don't waste it. All right, so DeQuante saw what happened. He saw me hit him right in the mouthpiece. All right, Tucker Webb says, you got to catch a few, money. All right, so yeah, we came out here, we caught a few. Justin White says, whip that thing out there and catch a donkey. All right, it wasn't a donkey, but it was a fish. I did what I was set out to do. I came out here and did my job today, guys. Look at that. I came out, I caught the fish. Somebody won the money. Bass for Cash, it is real, just like the bendation. The bendation is real. All right, let's see. John Joe, I'm becoming a fish gambler because of this live. I wanted to be negative. All right, there we go. Shout out to Paul Gavinsky again, and shout out to Joe Winkler, the co-sponsors of the live stream. Let's see, Paul says, now you got no excuses, money. That is right. And I stuck that fish right in its mouthpiece. All right, and that is Paul Gavinsky's 5th super chat on the stream, guys. So everybody put PG on the screen. Put rated PG, rated Paul Gavinsky, rated PG. Drop that in the chat. Big shout out to Paul. Really, really appreciate that, sir. I always love giving credit where credit is due. And I have to give some credit to John Joe for being a doubter. John Joe was doubting me. He was like, you can't do it, money, baby. No, he can't, is what he hit me with in the chat. Hey, guys, listen. Could somebody do me a favor? Give me 3 more likes. Let's hit 100. Can we hit 100 in the chat? Hippie Dave said bendation. Oh, that's right. You guys saw that. The bendation is real. DL Peck says, John Joe like right about now. That's right about now. You witnessed the bendation. All right, Jeff says the bendation is definitely real. Fish caught until, DeGuante said fish is not caught until in the boat. I flipped it. I hit it with the flippalization. That's what we call that. I flipped it to the boat. Goodness, you guys are getting active in the chat like crazy now. I'm way behind. Let's see. Let me just get caught up real quick. Chicken Hawk can't go. John Joe says this isn't helping my negative day. All right, so we're gonna close out with guessing the weight, guys. I just want to go through the chat real quick. But for those that are just tuning in, we're gonna do another. I guess this is just gonna be another. What do we call this? This is just the guessing game. So this isn't Bass for Cash. Bass for Cash is officially closed because Hippie Dave came in and cashed a check today. Well, I guess he cashed some cash because the cash was sent straight to his Cash App. You gotta love it, man. Yeah, I mean, I wish I could be at home watching somebody fish and winning some money at the same time while they're giving me boat tours and showing me different lures and all this kind of stuff. You gotta love it. So we're gonna weigh this fish, but does anybody know what I'm about to do right now before we weigh this fish? Does anybody have any idea in the chat? What do you guys think I'm about to do? Steve Wimpy says, hey, Money, I had to step away for a minute. Did Hippie confirm payment? All right, Hippie Dave, or are you still in the chat? Just put confirmation in there if you received the payment. Texas Nuke said, did I hear what the shaky head weight was? So we weighed the second fish. We didn't weigh that third one yet. All right, Tucker said he wants to see what I'm seeing on Live Scope. Okay, I'll show you that in just a second. All right, let's see. Joe Winkler says, my statistics show MoneyBass is 87% on the last cast. Oh, wait a minute, on the last 20-minute clutch fish. Oh, yeah, I'm 87%. How's about that? That sounds pretty good. Peter Jones says, you got to give credit to Peter, too. All right, shout out to Peter. What did Peter do? All right, Bash for him says, I felt it before. Has anyone else? The bendation. Oh, yeah. All right, you guys knew it. Who all knew it? Texas Noob says the last cast, of course. I have to do one more cast before we weigh this fish. Alexandria says last cast. Pale Rider says he said got it earlier. Texas Noob says the weight of your shaky head lure. Oh, the weight of the shaky head lure. So I'm throwing this. So if you are all right, Texas Noob, go to the members only section, and it is called the Immortal Shaky Head. This is a 1/4 ounce is what I throw. I always throw a 1/4 ounce. So if you go to the members only section, shout out to DL Peck. DL Peck caught how big was that fish you caught with this bait that I showed you guys in the members only section? DL Peck, didn't you say it was like 7-something pounds? So DL Peck watched the members only video that I put out there for you guys. He went out there and put it to work. All right, so whoever wanted to see the live imaging, let me just show you real quick. This is what I'm casting to. I just made a cast, but I'm drifting. I just made a cast out there to it. But this is what my live imaging looks, how it looks. So there's fish out here on the bottom, and that's about 15 feet deep. I'm sitting in about 28 feet. Let me just move it and get it back on course with where I was fishing at. All right, there it goes. So that's what I'm casting to right there. So I cast it right out here. There's some fish out there kind of roaming around on the bottom. So I just made a cast right there. All right, Steve Wimpy says, I think I sent cash to another Hippie Dave. Hold on just a second. Did Hippie Dave confirm? Rich G, let me see. I guess the weight will be on your scale. Did I win? Okay, it was 1.83 for anybody who didn't get the weight of that second fish. I guess 1.82. It came in at 1.83. I think there were 2 people that got it. Bass for him says, what color scheme are you using on your Helix? So I am using palette number 13. Palette 13. The thing that I like about this color palette is if you have on some shades with a yellow tint to it, this stuff will pop like crazy. It stands out very, very well. So I had some shades with a yellow tint to it, but they actually flew off the boat. So I got to get some more. I got to find some more with that yellow tint. All right, Hippie Dave. All right, Wimpy, you may need to see if you can cancel it because it seems like earlier. Let's see. I'm just looking to see. Lost a hog on it. Okay, DL Pick says lost a hog on that shaky head the first time I used it. All right. Oh yeah, that is right. You did send me that video. But yeah, Texas Snoop, go to the members only section, the members only videos, and you'll see. I call it the immortal shaky head. We have Scotty Barnes checking in. What's going on, Scotty? Wait a minute, Scotty Barnes, do you from Lake Lanier area, do tournaments on Lake Lanier? I know a Scotty Barnes. I know a, wait a minute, or is this Scotty Barnes with the rod benders? Which one, who is that? I know two Scotty Barnes, isn't that crazy? All right, Justin White says, Hippie Dave said he got it. Yeah, I thought he did too. Is Hippie Dave still in the chat? We definitely want to make sure we confirm that he got the funds, because just like the bendation, Bass for Cash is real. You can really get out here and win some money. All you have to do is just participate. All right, Scotty Barnes said yes. So what are you saying yes to, Scotty? Which Scotty Barnes is this? So I know there's a Scott Barnes and a Scotty Barnes. Immigrants is already guessing on the fish. I got to show you the fish. All right, so that was the customary last cast. But wait a minute, it didn't count because I was distracted. That one didn't count, guys. Scotty Barnes said, I am the Scotty Barnes. All right, so yeah, that cast that I just did, it didn't count because it was crooked. So I need to do another one. So this is the official last cast right here. All right, so for those that were interested, I kind of cast a little outside of the beam, but you can see my bait going down right here. I was casting right to this area because there's some fish moving around in there. I'm just going to drag it right through the bottom of that that cover down there. All right, let's see. Peril Rider says, Hippie Dave's happy place got the money and left to buy hippie stuff. So Hippie Dave is already, he got his $40 and ran. Hippie Dave is gone. All right, so shout out to Hippie Dave. Hippie Dave came in and collected some cash. Hippie Dave started off as a doubter. He was being a little negative like John Joe. Uh-oh, guys. It is officially 12:35. I was supposed to be out of here 5 minutes ago. But Texas Newt distracted me, so I had to make one more cast because my last cast was crooked. Justin says, damn hippies. How did Hippie come in here and take the cash? Hippie started off as a doubter. He was a no, he can't. He was like, MoneyBass can't do that. He can't make that happen. All right, just doing a nice little slow shake. Texas Newt said, really? You putting it on me, Money? Man, you know you distracted me. I was trying to make my cast and everything, and then you asked me a question, and I had to do some research. I can't remember what you asked me, but yeah, it kind of distracted. Oh yeah, you were asking me about the ounces of the bait, so it you know, it kind of distracted me. So yeah, that was Texas Newt fault. But it's all right, man. I forgive you. It's okay. Texas Newt got me out here longer than what I was supposed to be out here. All right, you see that slow shake? All right, for anybody that is interested, I'm throwing this shaky head on a 7'2" medium. This is a medium, so you guys saw the bendation. You see that? See that? The tip down there? You see the bendation? So this is a 7'2" medium spinning rod, and I throw that on a Lew's Mach 2 reel with, let me see, I think this is either 15 or 20 pound high-vis yellow braid, and I have that tied to a leader. The leader is about 15 to 20 feet long. And it is, what was this? Was it 10 pound? I alternate between 10 and 12 pound line on my shaky head because as you guys saw, I showed you on the screen, I throw it straight into the cover. All right, the spot remover back in the chat says Hippie Dave turned that cash from bass into cash for grass. Oh man, what kind of habit was Wimpy funding? What's going on, Sandra? Sandra says, get a good fish. We already have them in the live well. Let me show Sandra some fish. Or is it Sandra? We'll show you a fish or two. Oh, Hippie Dave is back. All right, wait a minute, guys. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me see. I just need to check something real quick. Shout out to Daniel. Daniel says, is it cash for bass or bass for cash? It's bass for cash where you can get cash for bass. How about that? Does that clarify it? I'm catching bass for cash and you guys are getting cash for the bass. How about that? So it's a win-win. Your partner MoneyBass gets out here and have a little bit of fun. I'm out here fishing. Catching a bass or two. All right, so we have to weigh that fish. And I was about to make my last cast last time, but Texas Snoop kind of distracted me and my cast was crooked. But I do need to give a shout out to Daniel, just checking into the chat. He's confused, so that means he needs to have one more cast. So this cast right here is for Daniel, guys. Daniel's confused, so I have to make sure, I don't want people to be confused. I have to remove confusion. That's part of what I do out here. I kind of like to make sure, I'm an angler for the people, of the people, for the people. So, I don't want to cause confusion. So we have to make one more cast. All right, guys, we're making one more cast. I'm just kind of scouting around, seeing where I want to put that cast at so we can catch one more fish for Daniel because he was confused. And, I really don't like to confuse people. So that's really important. He says, I'm more confused now. Hippie says, I can't wait for the tournament on November 9th. Oh, yeah, listen. Make sure you guys have marked your calendars for November 9th and 10th. You will see some live action. If you want to see what that format is like, search MoneyBass Battle of the Anglers on YouTube. And you will see the last Logan Martin tournament that we did. And you will probably see the one that is upcoming. There will be an upcoming tournament that is listed. So you guys definitely want to make sure you hit the notify me button on that. What's going on, Rastus, Peebo, Weevil? Goodness gracious, that's a long name right there. All right, said you got a channel doing some river fishing. Shout out to you. Emmerich says, I like your rig. How much does it cost to get something like that? All right, in the chat, what do you guys think a rig costs like this? All the boaters. What do you guys think in the chat? Let's get some guesses going on. How much? I gave you guys a tour of the boat. So how much do you guys think that a boat like this costs? Jake says you should rid of them 3 batteries and get a 36-volt lithium. I've been rolling with 1 battery, guys. Delaware says 120. Woo! Daniel says 12K. Manic says 75K. Drew says 75K. Okay, he's co-signing that. He's co-signing the 75K. This is a Nitro Z20, a 2020 Nitro Z20, guys. John Joe says 87K. Jake says got a 2004 Ranger 520. Oh yeah, that's a nice one. It's a nice boat. They call those the Cadillacs of bass fishing, right? All right, guys, I got to make one more cash for Daniel. He says best I can do is 350. All right, guys, last cast. Last cast, guys. That is the official last cast. And we're going to weigh this fish. Shout out to Hippie for winning that $40 bill today. Everybody put Hippie in the chat. Also, got to give a big shout out to Joe Winkler and Paul Gavinsky, the two big dogs of this channel that came in. And if you take a look, both of them have those badges that it takes a long time to get. They have been long time subscribers of the channel and members of the Money Team. So big shout out to Paul Gavinsky and Joe Winkler, guys. Winkler says, I'm confused, Money. Fish another 45 minutes. Oh man, I'm already, I'm 14 minutes in overtime. There you have it, guys. There you have it. The official last cast. Bass for him says take some of the money and purchase a wind mic. Oh yeah, the wind is starting to pick up. So I do have some headphones that I normally put on when it, but I try to, lately I've been trying to stay out of the wind. The wind actually just started picking up. All right, there we go, guys. All right, Rich G says close, John Joe, but the correct amount is 87K. Oh, wait, that's what you said. All right, so whoever was asking the price of the boat, you guys hear those price ranges. And I would say that you don't necessarily have to get a boat like that these days because the prices have skyrocketed. I remember when the first time I heard somebody say that a bass boat was $120,000. I thought they were talking about one of those big cruiser yachts or something. All right, so here we go. Here we go. All right, we're about to do the official guessing game for everybody that wants to get it in. All right, so here we go. Let's see. So let's see which fish was it. Oh my goodness, did you guys see that? It just got me good with water, guys. All right, you know what? I can't remember which one was which. Let me see, where's the other one at? Okay, there it goes. This was the third. Nope, that wasn't the third one. All right, let's see, guys. Do you see him? I think it was this one. Here we go. Yep, it was this one. All right, so there's the one we just caught right there. This is the John Joe fish. This is the John Joe fish. All right, let's see. Can a member of the Money Team, let's see, Pearl Ryder, can you put scales open in the chat for me? Put scales open in the chat. We're going to put this fish on the measuring board for you. Put scales open in the chat. And once I see scales open in there, then it's going to be official. Now, this is the guessing game. Hippie has already won the money for the day. The funds are gone. All right, so this fish is a little shorter than the other ones. This one is right at 15 inches. Can you guys see that? It's hitting right at 15 inches. All right, I need a member of the Money Team. Somebody put scales open in the chat. Can a member of the Money Team put scales open in the chat? All right, there we go. Pearl Ryder put scales open. So there we go. All right, Steve Wimpy made it official. All right, so everybody's putting your guesses in there. There we go. This fish is right at 15 inches. You saw it. You also saw the bendation. I caught it on the shaky head. It's a shaky head fish. All right, so we're having some fun with this one. This is the guessing game. You guys remember when it was the guessing game instead of Bass for Cash? So we're back to the guessing game now because Hippie has already won the funds for the day. John Joe says, come on. All right, one guess. Unless you are a member of the money team, then you have 2 guesses, all right? All right, I hope everybody has put their weights in there. All right, we're going to give you a countdown, to 10 countdown, because I won't want to keep this fish out of the water. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so somebody drop scales closed. Wimpy, if you could put scales closed in the chat. All right, we're getting the scale turned on. Scales are closed. All right, so there we go. So this is another practice run for you guys. All right, so my guess is going to be 168. I'm going with 168, guys. You see the scale is zeroed out. I said 168. Let's see if I could do it. 163. So close. So close. What did you get, John Joe? This is the John Joe fish right here. This is the no he can't John Joe fish. Came in at 163. Oh yeah, look at the stomach. Look at the eyeballs. It's looking at you. How you doing? 163. There you go, guys. 163. Did anybody guess the weight of that fish? Now, once I get off camera, I'm gonna let these fish. Well, actually, I'll do it while I'm on camera, so you guys can see how I do my do content for my channel, and I'll upload it so you guys can take a look. All right, so we have 3 fish to release, and they're trying to flash. They're trying to splash me. All right, so we're about to head out, guys. We're about to head out. We got to get out of here and get some things done today. All right, make sure you guys have hit the subscribe button. If you have hit the subscribe button within the past week, put subscribe in the chat. If you are not subscribed, put not subscribed in the chat. I want to see who is not subscribed, guys. We're growing and we're growing fast, but we do have a lot of people that watch that are not subscribed. A lot of you are in the chat and everything, but you're not subscribed. It really does help push this channel out. We are over 13,000 strong and still growing fast. So I do go back and I look and see who has been subscribing, who's not subscribed, who's subscribed. So it really does help. All right, let me see. Tile Rob says, I'm not subscribed. I'm not subscribed. I just got here. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, Tile Rob. All right, All right, so here we go. So those are the fish that we weighed today. Somebody did win the Bass for Cash fishing game today. That was Hippie. He won a smooth $40 bill. He had $40 sent straight to his Cash App. So big shout out to Hippie. All right, let me see. Immigrant says subscribe today. All right, really appreciate that. Really appreciate it, guys. And yeah, make sure you guys hit the like button if you have not already hit the like button. But yeah, so I'm gonna do a quick some content. Let you guys see how I do content for the channel. Like I said, we are growing real fast. John Joe says good stream. Oh yeah, we had a good time out here today. So look at the day. The day is brightening up. Look at those clouds. Where's the sun at? Can anybody see the sun? Look at it. It's bright and sunny out here today. So we started off with overcast, and I knew, you know, the fish were going to be biting a little bit better because that is how I like it. When we have overcast skies, I know we're going to get some fish to the boat, guys. Shout out to Tao Rob. Says, I'll sub a fellow fisherman. Really appreciate that, sir. All right, so now let's see. We're going to make a short for the channel. Let you guys see how we do this content. Let's see. All right, just checking a few things, guys. I'm out here fishing, working, doing all of that stuff at the same time. All right, let's see, guys. All right, so what I do is I try to release videos for you guys. So what I'm going to do is that catch, the John Joe fish, I'm going to make that into a short just for John Joe. John Joe said, no, he can't. John Joe said I couldn't do it. I'm not going to forget it, John Joe. That's how Hippie is famous, too. Hippie said, no, he can't. Hippie said, no, he can't. He can't do it. All right, so let's see, guys. I'm gonna make a quick video, a short video. All right, so let's get this one ready. So we're gonna release this fish. Somebody thought MoneyBass was a scam, but no, it's real. Just like the bendation. If you want to win that bass for cash, you better join the channel. All right, go back and tell your friends about Hippie Dave. All right, there we go. So that's a short, guys. That's how I do it. So now all I do is head back in here, hit that button right there, get that short ready. Somebody thought MoneyBass was a scam, but no, it's real. Just like the bendation. If you want to win that bass, all right, let's make it pop. You better join the channel. All right, go back and tell your friends about Hippie Dave. Somebody thought MoneyBass all right, was a scam. So now what I need is a good title. What's a good title? We'll call it a hippie stole $40. How about that? What do you guys think? Let's put a nice thumbnail on it. All right, put something a little different. And we'll put a hippie stole $40. Shout out to Hippie Dave winning that $40 payout today. So we'll have to see when is that jackpot going to start back over. Then we'll put some hashtags on here. Hashtag fishing and bass fishing. All right, and big shout out to the hat and hoodie crew. Everybody that's been supporting the channel. It is hat and hoodie season. So this is just a quick rundown of some of the things that we have. So I always try to tag some products in here for you guys that are interested. So we'll put a hoodie in there. We'll put this hat right here. Shout out to the people that have been supporting the channel, buying those products. All right, so there we go. Now all we do is just publish this, upload that short, bam. So now you guys will be able to see that short that was made live and in action while you were on the live stream itself. All right, let me see. All right, you guys are having a good time in there in the chat. Bass for cash tomorrow, back to $10. Oh my goodness. Oh my, it's back to $10. It's back down to the 10. All right, guys. All right, so there we go, guys. We had a great day out here on the lake. As you see, I am in overtime. I have to get on out of here because I have some things I have to do. Really appreciate everybody for tuning in. Make sure you have marked your calendars for November 9th and 10th. You have to make sure that you have went to the channel. Just search MoneyBass, Battle of the Anglers. Go to the channel. You will see an upcoming event scheduled for November 9th and 10th. Hit the notify me button, guys, and leave a comment in the chat just so I'll see who's been going there. Tom Mick says, who won the money? Shout out to Hippie. Hippie won the $40 bill. He won $40 today. And as you guys can see in the chat, it starts back over. So tomorrow it's going to be back at $10. And I think tomorrow is Friday. We'll see who walks away with a $10 bill tomorrow. You never know. You never know with these pots change. As people win, lose, all that kind of stuff, it goes up and down. So you have to come back and check it out. There we go. Shout out to Hippie Dave putting the dollar signs in the chat. All right. Really, really appreciate everybody for tuning in. Make sure you share this channel with people because, like I said, we are growing, guys. We are well over 13,000 subscribers. If you have not subscribed, please consider hitting the subscribe button. It really does help the channel. All right, I'm going to go ahead and release these fish and make a few more short videos for the channel, guys. All right, I'll see you guys. Guess I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow for another episode of Catching Bass. Hold on, let's do it right. Another episode of Catching Bass for Cash. You gotta love it. All right, guys, see you on the next one.